Hello and welcome. I am Ms. Friday. I'm joined today by an illustrious crew of adventurers role-playing regular people. Before we begin, we want to give a big shout out to Florian Emmerich and Poison Pop Press and JVC Perry for a fantastic adventure, Shore of Dreams. You can grab this on DM's Guild. Link below if you're watching the VOD, and then you can just go to DM's Guild and search for it if you're watching live. And we'll be bringing map assets from 2 Minute Tabletop and some tokens from D&D Beyond and from the adventure bundle for Shore of Dreams. Our character art was masterfully done by Runesael, link below. And we'll be using Foundry Virtual Tabletop and Token Stamp. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons. And before we start, I want to go through the credits on the Shore of Dreams. Story and co-written by Florian Emmerich, written by JVC Perry, additional design by Benoit de Bernardi, hopefully I said that correctly. Edited by Lenny Hunt Stewart, art by Raluca Marinescu, cartography by Dean Spencer. And as has been the case for these last few months, the wonderful overlays and production work has been done by my favorite meme slinger, artplebe, an immensely powerful graphic designer and producer. Our character art is done by Runesael. I was lucky enough to commission him for the show. Please go check out his wonderful art. You'll be amazed. I put the link in the chat and in the VOD description below. So please allow me to introduce my cast members. We have LegalKimchi over on this side, sorry. And then itsBeththeBard. And then Sebastian Yu and Punning Action. All right. Let me push the button on that. Okay. And then their links are right there and in the VOD description. Cass and I won't be in chat during the game, but we will stop by at the break. And without further ado, I need everyone to roll a D100 and a D20. Separate things, separate rolls.
Okay.
D100, D20, okay.
Yep.
You want them in the chat to keep it easier?
That would be wonderful if you made my life easier.
So I got a 33 for the D100.
Okay.
I apologize. How do I do that again?
And for the D20, I got a 2.
Okay. You can put /roll space D100. 1D100 in Foundry, or you can click on your D&D Beyond sheet, the little die, and then it'll pop up with the list of die, and then you can pick the D100. You look ready, Beth.
I look ready.
Yeah, you look ready to tell me what you rolled. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I threw them in chat. 95 on the D100
Yep.
and a 9 on my D20.
Okay. And Kimchi?
12 on the D100, 20 on the D20.
Ooh.
I love mysterious rolls.
They're my favorite.
Whatever does this mean?
Oh, I'm sure we'll find out the consequences.
You might. Katie, what'd you get?
A 58 for the D100 and then a 5 for the 20.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So first thing we're going to do is the first thing that I said that we were going to do, which I don't know if I told all of you. Oh, before I blast your eardrums out, I did forget to tell you. The music tab in the top right corner of Foundry, click it. And then under global volume controls, click that. And then playlists, put that at half or maybe like 20% on the slider so that this music doesn't destroy your eardrums.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. And as soon as I find my notes here. Okay. All right, magic items, here we go. Kimchi. You get a +1 weapon. You can go into D&D Beyond and just search for a +1 weapon and then add that to your inventory. Beth.
Mm-hmm.
You get a Ring of Warmth.
What?
I don't know what that does, but...
This is perfect. I don't know why it's perfect, but it's perfect.
Sebastian, you get a Broom of Flying.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that.
Oh, but I hate that.
Yeah, you're gonna have so many regrets, and this isn't even my fault.
And then Katie, you get a Wand of Magic Missiles. Oh my god. Okay.
This is even better than the
This is awful.
the reskinned floating disc. I'm so happy.
This is awful. Why do I do this to myself?
This
Okay.
is beautiful.
Because you want to delight your players and you're willing to suffer for it, right?
Oh, of course, that's the reason. Yes. Okay. All right. So. Okay. So you all have been traveling on your way. You find yourselves on a small island, surrounded by wooden pontoons and coracles. Inland, you can make out a handful of ramshackle bamboo huts and one far grander building, which must surely be the Shore of Dreams. As you get closer, you begin to hear the sound of merriment emanating from the tavern. And the sailors have already roped and tied off the ship that you've been aboard for the past few weeks, heading in from Chult. What are you all doing?
I mean, as soon as I get off the ship, I am going to get on my broom of flying because there is no reason for me to walk. I am going to sit on it, but not sit on it like with it between my legs. I'm going to sit on it as if it were a bench and just like have my legs crossed, and I'm just kind of going to be vibing on the broom, hovering until everyone else gets off also.
Yeah, Persephone is admiring her new one ring. I assume on the ship, this is how I got this ring, was a, just some luck in gambling. And it's a big ring and it's shiny, and she's walking around admiring it and shoving it in her friends' faces and heading towards this merriment.
And what is Kimchi and hunting action? What are your characters doing?
You're muted.
Pro streamer. Akdang is going to start walking off the ship, and as he steps off of the ship and hits solid ground, he does this thing where he's kind of always checking his balance whenever he's on solid ground. It's not a normal thing for him, and so he's just getting the lay of the shore, looking a little weird. Puts out a little flask in his left hand, just takes a tiny little sip of it to calm himself down.
I have a journal out and a quill, and I'm like juggling a little thing of ink, and I'm scribbling a sketch of what it looks like as we're coming off the boat, and just trying to remember every little tiny detail.
And I guess because I forgot to do this, we'll go in reverse order for introduction of characters. For hunting action, go ahead and go first.
Okay, I'm Nivelle Smart, and I am a tiefling warlock, and I'm very interested in learning lots of things. I don't always pay super close attention to actually what's going on, but what I think is going on, so I tend to be kind of clumsy.
And Kimchi?
My character's Akdang. He is a sailor. His parents were an elf and an orc. And he likes to talk about how, his father was an elf, mother was an orc. They met on a ship. He was born on the ship, and he's pretty sure he was conceived on a ship. So everything about him has been sailing for his entire life. He really doesn't know much about anything outside of that, but the adventuring life, the life of piracy, the life of going to various wondrous locations and exploring them is just his whole life since he was a kid. And so adventuring for him is not because of some sort of tragic backstory. It's what his parents did, and now it's what he's doing. He just loves every minute of it.
And Beth, if you could introduce your character.
Yes, Persephone is a tiefling bard. She is the first tiefling born to a large family of humans, lots of siblings, and she decided to go out into the world and make a name for herself. Also not a tragic backstory at all, just decided, hey, I'm gonna go be a gambler, I guess, and run around and scheme and scam people out of their money and jewelry and make my living that way. And so that is probably how she ended up with this group of people heading to this island thing.
I was gonna say not tragic yet.
Oh,
Yet.
intrigued. Yeah, that's Persephone.
And Sebastian, if you could introduce your character.
So Temfuji, or Tem for short, uses he and she pronouns, is a drow artificer artillerist to be specific. He's kind of a shut-in, honestly, and this is like her first time away from home in the jungles of Chult. He's here because his artificer mentor has went on expedition to Chult to study some of the provisions that have been put in place to fortify against undead, because they anticipated a similar undead problem back home, but just this person never returned. So Tem has come to try and find them and see what has gone wrong. I look exactly like I do in the beautiful artwork that you can see, kind of purple skin, East Asian features. I'm technically wearing armor, but the picture doesn't show it. And honestly, I kind of think of this character in my head as not really wearing armor, visually anyway, but it's there.
Just look at the bonuses, don't worry.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Mechanically speaking.
We're power gamers here. All right. So rumor has it that along the Mistcliff of Chult is a great hoard of treasure hidden by the infamous pirate Captain Jadescale and his crew, who died at sea. Since then, adventurers from all over the region have headed to Chult to try their luck. It's said that at the Shore of Dreams, an inn located near the Isle of Lantan, owned by the most attractive triton, has hints toward the exact location of the treasure and a good way to stock up before striking out to the Mistcliff.
Ooh.
So as you all disembark on the ship, you see before you a small village with some villagers going about their nightly routine. It is now dusk as the ship has finally tethered up, and you see the normal thing that you would see at a village. You see a small market, you see a smithery, you see the inn, which is the largest building. It's a 2-story towards the center of the town. What would you all like to do?
Has it been a long journey?
Yes, several weeks.
Well, I wouldn't mind going in to get some food. I'm rather hungry.
Well, I'm always in the mood for getting a drink, so, if we can get some alcohol, maybe some food and provisions and whatnot for our journey, well, that's perfectly fine by me.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea. I just hope it's not too loud in there.
I'm going to go and ask some of these locals over here and see maybe perhaps what is really good to eat here, because being on the ship so long, and yes, that is, I just walk over to these locals you are talking about, just walking around, and I just kind of tap one on the shoulder, and I'm like, what is your favorite restaurant, or your favorite food here? It has been a long journey. I'm very hungry.
So as you tap the shoulder of a very burly fellow with a tank top on and some pantaloons, no footwear to speak of, like they belong on a dock, and they kind of turn over with a puff in their mouth. Well, look at that. I didn't know the ship had came in already with, wonderful looking people such as yourself. But, you looking for something to eat?
I would look for recommendations. I imagine there are things to eat in the tavern over there, but again, I want to know what the locals prefer.
Most of us here like the eats that are provided by Brina. That's at the inn there. That's right. But I can fry a mean fish if you're.
You would cook fish for me?
Are you paying me to?
I pull out a gold piece.
I'll cook you a
that
fish.
That seems
for
even
gold.
more local than going to the tavern. I am so in.
I'll just ask Brina if it's all right if I can cook you some fish then. What's your name?
Oh, I am Persephone. It is delightful to meet you. And she just shakes his hand, full on.
Kind of off put by that aggressive handshaking, but still does it. And your friends. Well, I have a few fish I can bring over. You're really helping me out by by doing this. I won't forget this. I'll just bring the fish right over, and then I'll talk to Burita about it.
Well, thank you very much. And I run back over to our friends and I'm like, oh, nice fisherman. He's going to cook for us. Yay!
Okay, thank you. Okay.
But I mean, it could be worse. Yeah, we don't know. He eats here every day. He seems burly. It can't be that bad.
It's just like 1 gold piece. He's going to cook us all fish. How cool is that?
Oh, how much do I owe you for that?
Really?
Nothing. It is fine. I stole it from someone. It is fine.
Oh, okay. Well, I suppose they're not getting it back anytime soon.
No.
Did you get his name? Is he the tank top guy?
Yes. You know, he might have told me his name. He is definitely Mr. Tank Top Guy, and we are supposed to meet someone whose name starts with a B.
B. Okay.
Mhm.
And scribbles that in her notebook and does a quick sketch of the tank top guy with the fish.
I mean, I do tend to follow a vegetarian diet, but I suppose I can make an exception to sample the local cuisine.
I'm sure there is salad or something as well too. You know, maybe.
Well, he's gonna be cooking it at the inn, regardless. So if there's other food at the inn, you can always grab that.
Okay.
So
I'll,
we head
on
over
to the inn.
Okay,
Head on to the inn, ready to go.
All right. So as you make your way through the southern part of the village, you see that the pontoons house dozens of small fishing vessels, and the place is bustling with fishing nets and the local catches. So that fish is a very common commodity here. It's probably one of their biggest trading commodities or exports, if you will. And then you make your way down the road. It's not too far, a couple of minutes walk, where you approach the 2-story stone building, and you see on the outside is the traditional shingles of a place that gets a lot of rain. So it's kind of a sloped roof on both the 1st-story roof and then the 2nd-story roof. And you approach and you can hear a lot of the merriment from inside. It sounds like gambling. You can hear the clacking of pieces on wooden tables and some of the shouting as you step over, and one of the doors is held ajar for newcomers or anybody that just happens to be passing through. And you step inside, and it's a building filled with tables and benches, and there's a blazing fireplace and a bar set in the back. There's a handful of villagers sitting and drinking sake and feasting on lavish seafood platters at every table. And there's a beautifully made shamisen resting on the stage at the far end of the tavern.
Okay, trying to find a seat.
Okay.
Well,
Open
I'm
table.
looking for a Brian. I believe the name was Brian. Or Bernadette. No.
There's no one in the crowd that immediately answers your question, although everyone does in your near periphery does turn to glance over the newcomers for a moment before kind of returning to what they were doing. It's not odd you can see the general spread of the populace here is it has a lot of variety because it is a trade village set on a coast of an island, so there's a lot of travelers here from all over.
How loud is it in this tavern?
It's fairly loud, so you would have to get a little bit closer if you're trying to speak to someone. You wouldn't necessarily be able to call across the room to someone.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of resist my impulse to leave and get out because we agreed that we were going to eat here, but I will shift uncomfortably on this spot because it is very loud.
Is there an area of the tavern that is less loud? Because I mean, Akdang would notice that Tem would be having this sort of discomfort, kind of looking for a place that would be more comfortable for all of us to be sitting.
Oh, thanks. This is sweet.
Distracting.
Yeah, so actually the closer you get to the stage, the the quieter it appears. Like most of the individuals that are gambling are on one side of the tavern, and the closer you get, the less noise that there is, it looks like. And there's an empty table. There's some dirty dishes on top of it, but it's an empty table.
Oh, amazing. Okay. Can I just cast prestidigitation to clean the dirty dishes and then it's not a problem?
Are you doing this in the
Genius.
open, or are you trying to hide it?
I mean...
I'm not implying that it's a negative thing. I'm just asking.
I think I would probably just do it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you lick your hands, and then you see as the grime just dissipates in the air. Who knows where it goes when you cast prestidigitation? It defies logic and all magical meaning, really. It's just all of a sudden clean. And now you have a clean table with a lot of empty, shiny dishes.
But is it really clean, or is it just look clean? Is it sanitized? I don't...
The spell says that I can clean a bunch of things within a certain amount of space. So if the dishes are all kind of piled on the table, it does work. If not, I have an alchemy jug, and at the DM's discretion, I can, make bleach with it and just clean those if you would like.
Prestidigitation cleans dishes.
Mm-hmm.
Or we could just get a bunch of whiskey and just pour alcohol
Oh
over
my goodness.
everything.
This does not sound bad to me.
No, prestidigitation is like my favorite spell.
Top spell. I think it was voted number 1, wasn't it? By JD Power and Associates.
So Akdang's going to look towards Tim and go, well, I know you want some lettucey things like non-fishy foods. I'm going to head over to the bar anyway. I'll ask about that. Anybody, drink orders for when I get back?
Just water, thanks.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go for something coconutty, whatever that is. Rum and coconut.
I'll have that too.
Whiskies and water. Okay, I'll be right back. And he heads over to the bar.
So as you approach the bar and you kind of weave your way through all the gambling, like when someone rolls high, you make your way to the bar, and behind the bar you see a young, mousy-looking woman with dark hair pulled up back into a bun and presently balancing quite a few different dishes. And she looks up at you and says, "Hello, what would you like to order?"
Absolutely, and if it's not too much of a harm for you, we wanted to get a couple of round of drinks, something sugary if you got it, and if you don't, we'll wing it. A couple of waters for a group. We've got 4 people, so maybe 1 each. And just as an ask, we've got Tank Top Man over there going to be making us some little fishy dishes in the grill. I think he already asked for permission. I don't know if he hasn't. I'm not really going to get into that conversation right now. But we do have an individual who doesn't really eat on the meats, so we were wondering if you had any sort of a vegetable option or something, maybe a vegetable stew or a fruit basket or something of that nature that I could bring back to the table.
One of everything, I can do that.
Oh, that seems fantastic. Look, I trust your judgment. Do the best you can. We're all over there. You can see the pink lady with the horns. It's like a flag telling you where we're sitting. So if you just bring it back to that place, I'll make sure that you get paid.
Gets up on her tiptoes to peek over. Oh, those horns. Okay, can do that. And she.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. Lovely. I hope you have a fantastic evening. Sleep well. I hope your business booms. Thank you. I'll see you soon. He walks back to the table.
She tugs on her sash and then sort of starts to pile up some dishes before rushing back behind a folding screen where you presume the kitchen is probably.
Get back to the table. Well, I did my best, and I hope they're going to bring some good stuff for us. But they seem a little overwhelmed. If you had a lot of balancing plates or something like that, a lot of skill it takes to do that type of work.
I don't think very many people here have the mage hand and things like that either. So, you know what? I can try to help. I will try to help, and I cast a mage hand over to whoever's putting together all the stuff to just kind of be there and help grab things.
You're trying to do that for the waitstaff?
Whoever's bringing our stuff
Okay.
over. Yeah.
You're going to try and follow the waitstaff back? Okay. Yeah, sure. So Percy gets up, and then you make your way through the screen here, and then you go to the other side. What's everybody else doing? I'll come back to you in a second, Percy. Is anybody
Akdang's
doing
just
anything?
sitting and waiting, kind of like
Okay.
taking in the ambiance, looking around, kind of eyeballing to see if anybody seems out of place. If anybody seems like they're not a local or not someone that you would normally see in a tavern of this nature. He's been to a lot of ports, so if anybody looks out of place here.
Go ahead and make a, let's call it an insight check, because you're going to be judging the crowd rather than just like trying to perceive them. Let me know what you get.
8.
So it's difficult to say because you're not from this town, but also it looks similar in a lot of ways to a lot of other fishing trading villages. There's something odd about this village in that, for instance, there's not many locals in this spot, but this might just be the spot where locals just don't go because they live here and maybe they can't afford it or something. So, it's hard to say. Percy, so as you make your way past the folding screen and you move your way back, you can hear a conversation between the waitstaff and a small little rock gnome with a bandana tied back and smoke covering her face, sort of like yelling up at her.
What they want? Okay, yeah, I suppose so. Who said they were gonna come and cook? That doesn't make any sense.
And that's what you hear as you're approaching. What are you doing?
Oh, it is like the man with the tank top is outside. I asked him what food do you recommend. He said he would come in here and he would cook us fish, and that he knew maybe are you Brian, Brina, Bria, Brenda?
The halfling looks up at you. It says, stands up real tall and like rolls it out.
I'm Brina, yeah.
That is the name. It was Brina, yes. So Tank Top Boy was like, we're going to go in here, make fish, talk to Brina. So you are Brina, I'm talking to you, and I brought my mage hand to help carry things to the table. I will not touch the things myself. I don't want to get my hands too dirty. But I do have this to help, and I summon a little pink mage hand.
Oh, okay. And she looks over to the young waitstaff and then back to you and says,
Well, it's finally good that I'm getting some help around here. That's good.
and you'd like to assist. You want to roll
Performance.
That's fine, because what you're doing is performative in nature. So let's go with performance to see if you can assist.
21.
Oh, okay. So
I have a +8.
you leave the kitchen in a few minutes. Really, like, you can see like the kind of puckered lip, like kind of I'm impressed look from Brina, and the young waitstaff is going to take the collected meal with the additional drinks, the rice milk, the water, the sake, the one of everything, and bring it back with you if you're joining her.
Oh, absolutely. And as we walk, I'm going to lean over and be like, so, I have heard that there's like secret treasure around here or something left by dead pirates. And, I'm totally looking for local information on this if you are willing. I mean, because I was so helpful. Maybe you would be willing to tell me and my friends what you know.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Dun, 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 dun. I think I actually get like an automatic big one on persuasion too. So that is a I'm so sorry. That is a 27.
The waitstaff is now your squire, but I'm just kidding. There's a few things I can tell you, actually. Not right now, but tonight, if you're gonna stay here, then I'll tell you.
That sounds like a plan to me.
And you all bring the meal back. And it's set before you all the different trays, and you can see the steaming, the ramen, the rice, there's a few seafood cuts, some rolls going on, and various cucumber-like dishes, mostly cucumbers for the vegetables here, and then a little bit of the seaweed, the dried seaweed, jerky and stuff like that.
That is totally fine. I love cucumbers.
Afterward, she kind of like does a little bow for you all and then scurries back to handle another order, unless one of you stops her.
Sounds good.
No, I wait for her to leave so I can lean in and be like, okay, so here is the skinny. They are going to tell us everything they know about the treasure if we stay tonight.
Do they perchance have any leads on the missing adventuring party?
I didn't ask about that, but I bet if I did, they would probably tell me everything.
Okay, I hope so. Thank you.
Yeah, so we
What did you
can
do back there that you built a report that quickly?
Just being very helpful, being very persuasive, complimenting their hair a lot, things like that.
Weighted dice.
Having a character that is very well built for persuasion and performance. Yes.
I also think is Novelle still like sketching and writing things down in a notebook?
I am. And
Okay,
I have
yeah,
about 6 different sketches of each of you currently sitting at the
Okay,
table in
honestly, I
different
think I would ask to see. Is it okay if I take a look? That you look to be a very good artist.
Oh, it's not that great, and they look like court reporter kind of stuff.
Still, well,
She's like
no one's
sketching
ever-
and trying to get a lay of the land, and she's got a little map of the direction that you went from the ship, and then where Persephone went off somewhere else to talk to Mr. Tank Top Guy, and a little quick doodle of him. I was just
this is
chronicling and keeping tabs on everybody.
well, this is very, very helpful and very, very detailed. Also, no one's ever drawn a picture of me before, so wow.
Oh, I have. I've been drawing pictures of you for the past 2 months when we were on
Oh,
the ship.
really? I wasn't aware of this.
Here, I have this notebook, and she pulls out another journal that's completely just covered in ink. There's probably a whole chapter of just little sketches of you.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness.
I'm curious. You've got you're chronicling the entire journeys that have been going on, and you're drawing all of us in all these different scenes. It's almost like if you could put them together in some sort of order, you could look through these pictures as if they were a story.
Oh yeah, if you flip the pages, it makes them move.
I feel like there's an opportunity here,
Want
like some
to
sort
do
of a
this.
business opportunity. There might be a market for this sort of thing.
Well, I thought I was getting paid to chronicle our adventures. Am I not getting? I thought I was getting paid.
I hope you are. Something of this caliber deserves financial compensation.
Sure, yeah.
That
Akdang
might
just
have
kind of-
been me that set that up, and yes, I'm going to go ahead and say that you are correct. I just don't remember, so we can, work out the details later.
Oh, I know. I trust you.
Akdang is going to slide a hand like a gold piece and just kind of like slide it across the table towards Novelle.
Actually, doesn't notice. Surprisingly.
I'm gonna still be flicking through your book, and I'm gonna be like, oh, that's a very detailed depiction of me lying in bed being seasick. That's terrible, but also I don't want to insult you, so it's very good.
Oh no, that was pretty bad. I think you actually threw up on that one.
My apologies, and I'll cast prestidigitation to clean it again.
That is so. It's just impressive. Every time you do it.
I do try.
I try to grab the gold coin that was being pushed across the table. If I can. Since Novelle didn't notice it.
Do I see this happening?
It's up to y'all.
Yeah.
Are you trying to be sneaky about this?
Yes.
Okay, we'll do a sleight of hand against perception
Okay.
check here.
That was a natural 20 for a 22.
I rolled a 7.
I never rolled this well, I swear. The other ones were really high modifiers. This one was just a really good roll.
Akdang, you somehow don't see the glittery pink hand doing this amazingly.
Use Mage Hand.
She's got like a glittery hand up here to distract you while she's moving with her other. Okay.
Just enjoying my noodles.
All right. You see the waitstaff come through again, and she's busy serving the table next to yours. And I need everybody to make a perception check as she's
Okay.
moving between tables.
Oh, that seems right. That's a 2.
17.
Oh, no, plus my modifier. A
Wow, I
6,
rolled a
sorry.
6.
And Neville,
12.
12?
Which is a natural 1 for me, actually, but like a 6.
Neville and Akdang, you notice a tiefling with reddish skin, kind of a handsome tiefling, wearing a green overrobe and sort of scowling in the direction of the waitstaff. Appears to be supervising.
He looks angry.
Hmm.
Are we?
Oh.
Do I see why he's scowling?
Roll insight.
Who looks angry?
That guy.
21.
So you've seen this look before, especially with your sort of history of travel and knowing sort of the flighty nature of relationships in less established parts of the known world. There is a little bit of resentment on the expression of the tiefling standing in the corner of the bar as they watch the waitstaff move through and serve the other guests.
Okay. Akdang is going to grab his flask that he just has on him, and he's going to grab the whiskey that he bought for himself at the bar, and he's going to approach the tiefling.
Okay.
So, let's go up to him. Hello. I see you standing in the corner there, and I'm just thinking to myself, there's a fella who doesn't have any company, and he doesn't have a drink in his hand. And where I'm from, that's a shame. And he kind of offers the whiskey that he purchased to him.
Aww. Drinking buddies.
The tiefling is gonna kind of look over you for a moment with their hand up. I'm sorry, do I know you?
No, but we're going to be the best of friends in the next few seconds. Why? Because we're about to share a drink together. And at that moment, a bond is formed. Okay? I believe it in my heart. So, but since I am the one giving you the drink, you, my good friend, are the one who are going to give us the reason why we're toasting. What are we drinking to today?
She's gonna reach out and take the glass from you, and the closer you get, you see that this is a fairly built, large tiefling woman. And as she holds up the drink, he says to you, Larissa, Merity, but most people call me Merity. You can call me Larissa. Doesn't much matter, you won't be staying. I assume you're one of those traveling sorts.
Well, that is a bit true. Travel all around the world, and I meet interesting people everywhere I go. And I think I'm going to add you to the catalog of interesting folks that I've met. Larissa, I appreciate you giving me your name. However, you didn't give me something to drink for. So if you could, please, what are we drinking to? What can bring a smile to your face?
Traveling friends, of course. Takes a drink and then hands it
To
back to you.
traveling friends. And he takes a swig from his own.
She walks
So-
away.
Well, okay.
Just
Turn around, head back to the table. Well, that didn't work out the way I planned it.
Um,
Did we see this interaction?
yeah. And does she still look resentful as she walks away?
Just sort of annoyed when she walked away, and she walks around. You can see that she's heading back around the corner, and it perhaps dawns on some of you that she works here.
Okay. Well, we should be sure to tip her.
Is it normal to drink when you're working?
That all depends on where you work. I do it all the time.
Hey, where do you work?
With you all. Are we not working right now? In a manner of speaking.
Can I follow the woman?
Yes.
I love how Persephone is just following all of these people into the employee-only section.
Just going to very casually
I saw a tiefling. I thought it was tieflings only back here.
walk after her.
Okay. Are you trying to be sneaky about this?
Well, considering Persephone can't really be sneaky about many things involving sauntering with the high heels and the jangly jewelry, no, I'm not.
So as you approach the sliding screen door, you hear a clatter of footsteps behind you, and tapping on your shoulder is the waitstaff woman. Hi, could you just stay out here?
Oh, I thought that this was an area for tieflings. I saw another gorgeous tiefling walk through here, and I thought, maybe I just follow her, buy her a drink, have a little chat. I did not know. I apologize.
She's not the nicest person to talk to, and probably doesn't want to talk to you, and might react a lot differently if she saw you back there, so I just don't recommend it, but it's your life.
Well, here, and I pull out like a little piece of paper and I write my name on it and my not phone number, whatever the D&D version of information for my sending information. And I say, would you just please give this to her and tell her that there is somebody out here that would like to have a nice little chat, and that is all, and I will go. And I walk back over to my table.
And she just says, as you're walking away with this little piece of parchment in her hand, this just says pink tiefling. Okay. And then she gets back to serving and like taking orders from the rest of the tables. And as you all have been sitting here for a while and enjoying your meals, you see a coppery-haired, blue-skinned Triton woman wearing an elaborate robe step up onto the stage and pick up a Shashima. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Let me verify. Yeah, Shashima.
I was gonna.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's Shashima?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. She begins to play, and over the tavern, everyone sort of quiets down, and the previously rowdy tables like turn and focus on the woman as she plays.
Okay. I was going to ask, how is the food? Is it good?
It is better than you would find in a small village like this. It has been expertly prepared, you would say.
Okay, excellent. So I am indeed enjoying it. It's nice to have a home-cooked meal and not to have to rely on rations.
Nice luxury sometimes. Nice luxury. He says in hushed tones as the music is playing.
But this woman over there that you talked to, what did you talk about?
Well, I was just trying to figure out what the cause of the dour expression was, and handed her a drink, asked her name, she said Larissa, and then, well, she drank it and left.
Oh, so nothing. What? Okay. Well. Never mind then. And I kind of just sit back, frustrated, and sip on whatever I'm drinking and listen to the music as well.
After the performance begins to wind down, the Triton woman stands and begins to start mingling with the crowds who, as she begins to approach a table, everyone in the table perks up and like all of their focus is on the woman as she, with the shamisen, stands there holding it against her hip and is just making small talk with the table next to yours.
Can I try and eavesdrop on this?
Yes, make a perception check.
I'm going to cast guidance on myself for that, so
Okay.
that means I get to roll an extra 1d4 out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, 27.
Oh, okay. So you hear this Triton woman sort of, you get the gist of the conversation, that she is sort of getting to know everyone and asking why they've come to the village, and then she sort of explains a little bit about some of the treasure that she's been hearing about lately, and also she is chatting them up about like the food and the service, and you get the impression that with the roll that high, that she is extremely good at small talk and making people feel like they are very.
Okay. I'll tell everybody sitting at my table this, and I'll be like, oh gosh, small talk. I've never been very good at it. I should take notes. I usually just ask about the weather.
That's pretty good small talk to start out with.
I think so. But then after that, I never really know what to ask.
I think somebody told me that you have to make people talk about themselves. Because that's something that they know about.
Oh, okay. Some people like to talk about themselves, but some people don't.
Yeah, I don't like to talk about myself either.
Neither. But that's okay, as long as we're the people who are asking all the questions, then that means that we don't have to talk about ourselves.
That's right. Teamwork.
I am much pleased to talk about myself, don't worry.
Oh.
Oh, I could go on for hours.
The party is clearly cut into two types of people.
Very important to be balanced.
All right. So I take it we're waiting around. We're waiting for basically the restaurant portion to close down.
Well, I mean, I'm still working away on my vegetable stew here, so.
Oh gosh, I should eat.
Have we seen Tank Top Man yet?
You have not. The waitstaff comes by and then slides a couple of keys across the table to you all and gives you a nod before disappearing behind the folding screen and going back to the kitchen area.
I would like to assume these are 4 rooms we are staying in, or is there some other, like, is this normal? We give out keys to newcomers? What is it for?
Did you want to chat her up before she left?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I had already moved her. Okay, yeah. So she stops. And
You come back. You come back and talk to me.
Yes, it's for upstairs. The 2 furthest rooms with the windows.
How much do we owe for all of this?
Oh, it's 2 silver a night. And then all of this. You ordered everything on the menu, so it's 2 gold total.
That is just, and I pull out 2 gold, one of them being my friend's gold that I stole, and hand it on over.
Oh, just a second there. If anything, I was the person who made the mistake of ordering everything on the menu. the very least, I should take care of it with my own gold. Thank you very much. And he pulls out 2 gold and puts it down, not realizing that one of those gold on the table is already his.
Persephone picks her gold back up and puts it in her pocket. Sounds good to me.
May I use one of my invocations and cast Detect Magic so I can look around the room a little bit more carefully for magical things?
It's
Are
a
you
very,
doing-
very wise option.
Are you doing this in the open?
I mean, probably about the time that I say, oh, I should eat. I just do my little thing in my face and then look. It's at will. So it's not it doesn't cost me a spell slot.
Okay. If you'd like to do it under the table, then roll a sleight of hand check.
All right. I mean, I don't think I'm being very sneaky, but we'll see who notices. That's a solid 4.
Yeah.
Not very sneaky.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure it's fine. I've just been casting spells in the open.
Nothing suspicious about this group. So the
For an adventuring party, I'm sure they see a lot of magic users. I'm sure it's fine.
Just take a moment. I set my book aside and I put the lid on my ink and I set my quill down carefully so it doesn't spill all over get ink on the table. And I just kind of rub my eyes for a second and say a little incantation under my breath and then look around the room and start digging into my soup while I'm checking everybody out.
Okay, I'll get to you in a moment, Neville. So, Percy, the waitstaff will take the coins from you. I guess Akdang paid. Will take and then start to reach up with the coin. She's gonna bite it to make sure, and then realizes for a moment you can see oh, this is rude to do this in front of them, and then leaves with the coins.
Wait, did we tip them? I don't think we did. You just gave them straight up 2 gold. I feel kind of bad about that.
So they've already retreated to the kitchen, and go ahead and make no, detect magic. You just see it, right? It's like a glow, an aura. If there is anything.
Yes.
Okay.
I sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of me.
Okay. And sense
So
is
I have
ambiguous, right?
A faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and I learn it's School of Magic, which I will not pressure you into because that's a pain.
Oh.
What a nice player.
Yeah.
It's-
Not pointed at my own players watching.
She's just on edge because she DMs for me, so she's trying to. She knows that I'm trying to get revenge. No, it's fine.
I'm super not on it. Sorry.
Yeah. So you see the aura around this Triton woman with the copper hair, and you see an aura from beyond the folding screen walls towards the kitchen area.
I won't say anything.
Oh, you're not going to tell us about that? Okay.
Well, not while they're right there, while we're paying.
Okay. The woman has retreated back to the kitchen by now, and you can see the Triton woman making her way around to a new table. Sort of working the room.
She's magical.
In what way?
It is quite obvious. I mean, I am entranced.
Right, but she's got something. I don't know if she's disguised. Maybe she's disguised, but she's glowing.
Well, she was a performer. That would make sense.
Common is hard. She is emitting an aura of magical ability.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then there's also something by the kitchen.
Ooh, that might... Well, maybe that's their secret to how good the food tasted. It's magic food.
Is this the same kitchen area that I went into and was kicked out of?
Yes.
Well, Persephone, it seems like third time might be a charm if you want to go check out what's magical inside the kitchen.
I am already 3 steps ahead of you as she is sauntering towards the kitchen again.
Hang on a second, let me follow you.
Okay.
Yes, come along, come along.
Is this going to be a group thing?
Oh, I opened the door, both doors at the same time. My hair billowing in the wind as I step into the kitchen.
I'll make thaumaturgy for her. Impressive.
You all that are still sitting down, you see that the Triton woman notices the two individuals heading back to the kitchen, and they're now followed by the Triton. So as you all...
Can I intercept her?
Okay, yeah. Sure. As you get up and you move towards her.
Yeah. Are there any drinks left on the table?
Yes, there's a couple cups of rice milk.
Okay, I take one and I walk up. Well, hello there. Wanted to take a minute of your time if you don't mind. Wanted to congratulate you. Beautiful set. Love the music. And if you don't have anything against it, and I'm not trying to cause any offense, if you accept this drink as a little bit of gratitude, is there a chip jar that I could add to as well?
Oh, hello there. A tip jar? Think perhaps. No. But you can hand me your coins if you want.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Would you mind holding this for a second? And he extends the drink.
She is immediately off-put by the idea, but she will accept the drink that you want her to hold.
And I kind of gesture with my bottle. It's like, well, I already got something in my hand, so I need a free one. And he reaches into the pouch, pulls out a gold piece. Just wanted to say, absolutely divine. The music that you made, almost magical, if it were. And I'm doing that while trying to see if that provokes a response.
Make an insight check based on you studying her reaction.
12?
It's hard to say. So she, with just a little twitch of an eyebrow, looks at you and says, "That's very kind of you. Thank you so much for enjoying the show. And you'll be staying for a while?"
Well, that all depends. See, my group and I, we're a bit of a adventuring party, if you would. We're going to trying to find some treasure. And kind of looks around for a moment. If you have any guidance on that, have you heard of the treasure that we might be looking for?
As a matter of fact, I might. Although it appears as though perhaps your friends might be looking for treasure in the wrong location.
Well, I can't speak for all of us. We have different methods. This is just my method of doing it, if you don't mind. And I promised you I'll try to make it worth your while. Do you want to take a seat with me and my other compatriot at the table?
Why, I would love to. Let me go get your friends. And she is going to step away from you and around to the hallway. So, Neville and Percy, as you approach the kitchen, you see Brina still sort of working away on the stove and flipping some onions and octopi up in the air with the frying pan, and you see a very subdued conversation between the handsome tiefling woman and the waitstaff with the dark hair, and which hushes up as soon as you start to approach, and the tiefling woman looks over to both of you. Hey, who let you all back here?
We just wanted to compliment the chef. The food is really good.
What she said. Mm-hmm.
But not as suspicious as she just made that sound. It's just the way she is.
Do you know what would be a lot less suspicious than you two? Is if you tipped well.
Well, I also was coming back here to make sure to give you your tip, and I pull out the 2 gold pieces that I was going to try and pay with earlier.
Okay. And the waitstaff will move over and move to accept the 2 gold pieces, appearing very uncomfortable just about the whole affair, and make a perception check. You with the detect magic up.
Yes, please. That's a 15.
A 15. So you can see in one of the top shelves there is a small box that glows with the aura. Further back, kind of over by the stove, where I'm wiggling my mouse. I don't know if you can see that. Okay.
Well, what did you put in the stew? And I'm gonna just scooch over to like that little area and try to look over their shoulders at the ingredients.
Brina is gonna over her shoulder peer up at you.
Hey, you're all back again. Hey, this is not the part of tourism. This isn't the tourist attraction.
It is to compliment your cooking. It is to give you tip, and also, there is. And I look over at Novell, and I'm like, and that is it. It is to compliment and tip.
I haven't even been back here yet. This is my first time. It's a very clean kitchen. You're doing really well.
Hey, I'll get.
As I remember that NPC's name by hovering. I'll get Marasa to hand you I can't give you the secret ingredient, but I can give you generalities. But go on, get out of here.
Oh, not when? Later? Now?
You're staying here, right?
Oh, yes, we have the keys. And I pull up the keys and just kind of jingle them.
I'm a little confused about that because Larissa said that we weren't staying here, but then we got keys. I'm not really sure. I think I missed some details.
It's an inn. Why wouldn't you stay here? You don't live here, right?
No.
Larissa gives both of you kind of a stink eye, just generally just a very unsavory person it appears like, but does nothing else and just kind of with their arms crossed is very apparently waiting for you to leave.
Larissa's the tiefling?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sorry, I think I introduced him, but...
Oh, I forget everything in real life also.
Oh, that's fine.
So that's... I give her like an aggressive wink and then turn to Novell and I'm like, did you figure out where the magic was coming from?
Make a sleight of hand check, you too. This is the least sneaky of private eye investigation that we have.
10.
She looks at it. I got a 10 as well.
All right, Larissa's gonna step over to you two and give you kind of a palm out push on the shoulder, both of you, just kind of pushing you back.
Okay.
We're just curious. There's magic in here too, and I'm just so interested in all the magic. And I was just kind of looking to see if maybe I could also figure out what it might be or who to talk to about it. Maybe it was you and I could be like, oh, hello, you do magic, I do magic. Let's talk about this. But whatever. I will just go. And I just I say all this as I'm being pushed out.
As you start to reach the entrance where the main area of the tavern is, you see the Triton approaching both of you and the smile. And, well, I don't believe we have met. So, now is the best time, right? Let's head back to your table and we can chat for a bit.
Sounds good to me. And I turn one last look at the tiefling woman.
She's scowling at you.
I don't think she likes us.
I really like her. I feel like she will come around eventually if I keep trying, right?
I really
Is that how
hope
that works?
And she is standing at the end of the table now and looks between you all. Hello and welcome to my establishment, the Shore of Dreams.
This is your place?
Well, certainly it is. Can't you tell?
I thought it was Brina's.
Oh, no, Brina is the cook. And where would I be without such a wonderful cook, I must say.
Oh yes, it's very good. The food is very good. She's editing her notes.
And she'll look in between you all and ask you each your names.
What was your name first?
Oh, my name. My name is Isa. Pisca.
Pisca.
Isa.
Scribble out my notes. That's fine. Okay.
Well, we already spoke a little bit when we were talking in the corner about the reason why we wanted to talk. So, did you have a little information for us that might point us in the right direction?
Well, I'm so glad you came, because sometimes it is a little disappointing that sometimes the adventurers that come through here looking for this treasure from Captain Jadescale, they do not ever return. So, I must warn you, this is quite dangerous. So everyone is understanding of that, correct?
Yeah, I understand.
And the deal we shall make, son, is that I would like 25% of your cut of finding this treasure.
Yes, we will like to give you 10% instead.
How about 20? Because then that would be split evenly between.
That is not how you haggle. Oh gosh.
Mathematically speaking, actually, evenly split between 5 people. I'm fully not gonna, Tem is fully not gonna understand what is going on here, and it's gonna be like, actually, like maybe 25% is actually very difficult to.
Paisa's gonna look between you and just wait for this.
Unless we somehow find 25% more treasure than anticipated, in which case.
But even if we find 25% more treasure than anticipated, it's still 100% of the treasure, which then gets divided into 4.
But if you find 25% more treasure than anticipated, then technically that would make it 125%, which would divide nicely between 5 people.
But that's assuming that we don't notify her that we found more of the percentage of the treasure, which... Hello, would you accept 20?
She looks over at you, Akdang, as at the end of the conversation, apparently the one doing the negotiating, who knew, LegalKimchi, looks between you all and says, well, I suppose I don't find that too disagreeable, but because my part, I should say, up front, to be more transparent with you, I shall be preparing the ship, and I am giving you the route and all of these things that you will definitely need in order to get to the treasure itself. So I am contributing in my own way, you see.
And we can make up the difference by bringing back the hopefully still alive adventurers that are out there right now to be patrons of your fancy inn.
Oh,
yes.
I am very sorry to say that they are perhaps most likely dead, based on some of, but you are very, very full of hope and inspiration, and that is wonderful.
No, don't say that. You don't know that they're dead for certain.
No.
That's right, I don't.
Wait a minute, if they are alive and they come back with us, would they might fight us for some of the treasure? I'm just saying, it's a possibility.
Well, we could always make sure that they are dead before we bring them back.
I would
Either
very
way.
much prefer not. I need my mentor back, and honestly, I'm sure that they would. I mean, what treasure is mine is theirs, and vice versa. So I'm sure that they won't cause any problems.
Yeah.
Well, if it's coming out
Alright,
of your share, then I'm perfectly fine with it.
I mean, I've known some people that if they found the treasure, they would want people to think they were dead so that they wouldn't ask them for money.
Well, that is a very good point.
So when does the ship leave?
Oh, the ship, I believe I can procure in 3 days from now, perhaps, and you can stay here free of charge. It appears as though you already have keys, so I will just have someone pay you back for whatever has exchanged hands thus far, and you can enjoy the wonderful meals that Brina shall prepare for you, and enjoy the sights of this wonderful village that we have here. I don't know if you are too familiar or if you have been to Yokotoro village before, but there are a few things to see and very beautiful sights. perhaps a nice walk through the woods. Although I would caution you against venturing too far, because there are very dangerous beasts out there. It is mostly unclaimed land, I believe.
Could we hire Larissa to protect us?
Oh, I don't think so, because Larissa is the help around here, and we are on a very small crew here in this inn, so I do not believe that would be wise on my part, because if I did not have Larissa here, then I would be really out an extra set of hands that I so desperately need.
And she does not like us very much.
She will.
Larissa is comes from a very troubled childhood, so I think some things have made her grow a little hard in the exterior, if you will. But she has a very kind soul, I believe. So I've since meeting Larissa, she has softened up to me some, but you know how it is when you travel a lot. You look like a very worldly adventuring crew, so you cannot be friendly to everyone you meet if you are perhaps treated poorly throughout your life.
She's like a pineapple.
Yes, prickly on the outside, but sweet on the inside, that is right. Also, I don't eat Larissa, so... I try to keep a straight face.
Catch a pineapple really fast.
No.
So, like, what would we need to do to be able to bring Larissa with us? Like, what kind of help is it you need around here?
Oh, for here? I would recommend, actually, since we need some time to prepare. The ship that I am thinking of sending you on is going to need the extra days to get ready, and then the sailors need to rest and all of that. So you can help down at the docks if you'd like, to help them load and, you know, perhaps enjoy a bit of a sailor's life for a couple of days and put away those dangerous pointy swords that you are carrying around.
I think that they both go very well together. I think you can be sailor life with pointy swords. There's a name for it even. Wait. It is pirate?
From my personal experience, they kind of go hand in hand.
Oh, really? I normally just meet sailors who are very jovial and sing songs together. I don't think I've met too many pirates who enjoy swinging swords around. Or sailors, I meant to say.
The tank top boy is... Do you know tank top man?
Tank top man. There's many tank tops in this village, but maybe
There is a man outside. He's wearing a tank top. He said he would make us fish. He did not come in here and make us fish. I did not get his name, or maybe I did, but I forgot it immediately. And just speaking of sailors,
Oh.
does this ring a bell for you?
What did he look like?
Does Neville have a sketch?
Okay, all right.
Oh yes,
So-
that is exactly what tank top man looked like. Look at that.
Amazing.
As soon as Neville shows the sketch, she looks at it for a minute. Oh, that is Rick. I love Rick. Rick is not going to cook fish in here, so that would damage our reputation here. In the Shore of Dreams, we produce top quality fish deals, but meals, but...
Well, do you happen to know where he lives?
Normally, he sleeps on sea ship that he comes in on, but he's pretty regular in here to eat and trade, but normally stays on sea ship. Once in a while, maybe come in, spend some money here, and doesn't want to walk back the 200 feet back to the docks, and stays here upstairs, but not often.
Good to know.
What did we get? Larissa and Rick.
Oh, you're not getting Larissa, no. Not for your treasure hunting mission. Larissa worked here in the inn and has given up her life of relative danger, I am afraid.
Is there another guide who might be more willing? Possibly?
Perhaps I will ask around. I might know of a name or two, but I don't wish to promise them for you. I'm just the innkeeper here, the owner, and a performer. I don't want to volunteer people, but I will check and we can find this thing perhaps in a day or two.
Thank you.
And the map directions I'm going to give you are incredibly detailed.
Excellent. I do appreciate detailed directions. Clear instructions. Thank you.
Right. Yeah. Was there anything else that you all wanted to chat about?
Well, I didn't have anything else.
I shall leave you to your meals, and please.
Wait, do you have dessert?
Yeah.
Oh, I believe Brenda makes the best.
Pineapple upside down cake?
No. But there is frosted octopi tentacles. If you would like this thing, and I can just holler in the kitchen right there for you. And
Absolutely.
yeah, very good. An adventurer with a sense of adventure at the table. That is something I like.
Well, there's rarely you find an animal from the sea that I haven't eaten at some point.
Unfortunately, I cannot eat that, but do you have any, perchance, after dinner tea?
Yes, we have a wide selection of tea that you can choose from. Some of them warm you up or give you a little bit of a, perhaps a calming effect. It helps you sleep, if you would prefer.
Oh, I do not need to sleep. I can meditate, but if it tastes nice, I'm sure I will appreciate it.
Well, very well. And so I shall holler in the kitchen, and then please enjoy your stay. Perhaps we shall chat a little bit tomorrow.
Thank you kindly.
And you see Paisa turn and leave. She's gonna head to the kitchen briefly, and then you lose sight of her.
Cool.
Persephone. Oh. You go first.
Well, this seems to be going swimmingly.
Persephone is gonna head straight up to her room.
And as the night grows on, further in, you start to see some of the individuals also take to their rooms or head back out into the village. The crowd's starting to thin.
Oh no. Do I get the impression that Persephone is upset about about how the negotiation went?
No, you get the impression more that she is like frustrated about this Larissa thing, and
Yeah,
is
that,
like
like-
going to
oh.
scheme a way into getting Larissa to join us.
Okay.
As you
mean,
see,
but-
she's like sitting over at the table, like, if I do this, if I go in there, I say this to her, maybe if I like, could I cast a spell that would replace Larissa as like a helper? Like she's sitting there strategizing and then just like throws up her hands and is like, I'm going to go to bed, whatever.
Okay.
Okay, and Percy, you head up to your room. There's nothing really standing out to you, just a cot and some blankets available to you as you set in for the night. What's everyone else doing?
Akdang's going to do the same. He's going to go to sleep.
Okay.
I'm going to finish my tea, but I'll take my time with it. What is it nice? Like, what does it taste like?
So you have received in orange and mandarin, or a little bit of a sweet tea, and with bits of, I want to describe it as a little bit of a salty seaweed taste. So it's a mixture of orange and seaweed.
Okay. Strange, but I think I would like that. Okay. Neville, did you stay as well? Okay.
I still needed to finish my stew.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm happy to keep you company, especially since it's getting quieter. Therefore, I'm happier about it if there's fewer people around.
Down to about 3 others who sit at the far end of the table, and they're finishing up their drinks and getting ready to go, it looks like.
Okay, excellent.
And are you two chatting about anything, or?
I imagine us just sitting peacefully in silence and enjoying that we're not alone, but we're quiet.
Yeah, yeah, we're just hanging out. This is like what happens when kind of 2 introverted people just hang out, like.
And you see Marasa, the dark-haired waitstaff, return, and she's starting to clean the tables up around you all, and gives you all a smile and a nod as she moves through, and the last guests have now exited.
Okay. If she's cleaning the table, I'd like to offer to help because I can just cast it with a spell if she's doing a lot of manual labor. But also, like, if she's unionized, I don't want to like infringe on that because I'm not here to like, take anyone's unionized work. But
Right.
I feel like it's polite to offer assistance.
Do you want to ask her if she's unionized?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
no. I mean, I don't want to lead with that. I'm going to be like, would you like any help?
Oh no, that's okay. Larissa's gonna get really angry if I get help, and it's a guest. It's just not. It's my job to do. So thank you very much, though.
Why would Larissa get angry?
Because it's my job and it's what they pay me for. Why would I have guests help me?
Because we're nice?
Because I'm just sitting. Well, I mean, I'm just sitting here not doing anything, and I could do it very easily in like very little time. I mean, I'm not that I'm saying that you're bad at your job. You're actually very good at your job, but you've worked really, really hard the whole day.
And as you are having this conversation with Marissa, you see the front doors pushed open quite violently, and you see a large burly fellow with a bandana and a large beard, flanked by 2 other burly fellows, come in, and they're walking straight for Marasa, who like sees them, and like with the plates clattering in her hands, they're walking straight towards her. And we are going to roll initiative, and this is where we're going to take our break. So we are going to do
initiative before. Okay.
We'll do initiative as soon as we get back. I'd like to go around and then do the before we go to break. I have this pulled up, I swear. Okay. We are gonna go ahead and have Kimchi. You can talk about the thing that you'd like to talk about.
Oh, well, just trying to introduce myself. I'm LegalKimchi. I'm a YouTuber. I do video essays on TTRPG subjects and like social issues and things of that nature. Metagaming, bioessentialism in gaming, and things like that. So if you like research deep dives into that sort of thing, please check it out. Additionally, as you can see on the stream, I was the sensitivity reader for An Elf and an Orc Have a Little Baby, which is trying to basically overcome a lot of the issues with D&D, specifically towards mixed race characters. To something near and dear to my heart as a mixed race individual. So I helped work on the new edition, which just came out. So please go check it out. You can find it at the DM's Guild. And it is not a coincidence that my character is an elf-orc mix, because he is literally what happens when an elf and an orc have a little baby. So please be sure to check that out.
The tie-in is complete. Okay. And Beth, please introduce yourself and the thing you'd like to talk about.
Okay, well, first I have to say An Elf and an Orc Had a Little Baby is amazing, and you all should get a copy of it like right now. But I'm Beth the Bard, everywhere at itsBeththeBard. I am a writer now for DM's Guild. This is a new thing that I do with my first publication. She is the Ancient, which is a gender bent Curse of Strahd guidebook, but it's not just gender bending, it's also like changing the narrative and dealing with a lot of the problematic issues that were in the original Curse of Strahd. And yeah, that's all I'm focusing on at the moment is promoting that. And I've got some other DMs Guild publications coming out soon for neurodivergent DMs and stuff like that. So if you want to keep up on that kind of stuff, you can follow me on Twitter and hang out with me and chat with me because I love to chat. So
And
that's
it's awesome. I'm actually running an elf. She's the ancient with my homegrown, and it's fantastic.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad to hear that.
Samesies, Reddit, it's great. Okay, so Sebastian, if you'd like to introduce yourself, and then we can talk about what it is you'd like to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Sebastian. I'm a TTRPG writer, designer, editor, and performer. I have a collection of supplements up on DM's Guild. These include adventures like Lake of Secrets. I've also designed stat blocks for seasonal holidays and such like around the year with the Holiday Agent team. Our current one is 13 Horrors of Halloween, which is out now. I also write and design my own indie games on itch. I am the author of Crossroads and Vamp Camp. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, check me out. Follow me on Twitter at SebastianUA. I also love to chat on Twitter, so likewise.
Okay. And punning action, just introduce yourself, and then I guess you can plug you are a pro DM, so you're welcome to plug that if you like.
Yeah, I'm Katie. I go by Punning Action online, and I'm a pro dungeon master, game master. You can find me on startplaying.games, which is a really awesome website where it connects players to game masters and vice versa, helps groups come together. It's been a lot of fun. I've been with them for almost, I think I'm coming up on a year and a half now. So it's really exciting, and I've met a lot of really cool people that way. I'm also, when allergies are not terrible, like right now, a voice teacher, so I sing and perform in that regard. But yeah, you can find me online at Punning Action, and thank you, Friday, for hosting us tonight. It's been fun so far. I'm looking forward to what happens after we meet these people coming in the door.
It's been fun so far. We'll see.
No, it will be. Like you just left like the two most kind of asocial, anxious characters alone in the bar when there's going to be a violent confrontation. Nothing is going to go wrong. But don't worry.
It'll be great.
I have a plan.
Okay.
Plan. Don't worry.
We will be back in let's call it 10 minutes, folks. So, all right, we'll see you in a bit. Bye. I always go to Jurassic Park for random beats that I don't know how you
DMCA'd for that. I'm just.
Oh, I might actually. Oh, shit. That's a very valid point. I hope not. That was only like 3 notes.
Look, it's where my brain goes. It's the lawyer thing. Let's try not getting sued.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so
I mean, if we did get sued, would you be able to help with that?
No.
Not against Jurassic Park. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in the order that I have it here. So Akdang, what'd you roll?
21.
Okay. And Akdang and Percy will not be in the first round. Let's get Percy's.
16.
16 big ones. Okay, and then Novelle.
I also got a 21.
Ooh, fancy. And then Tim.
Or also, how do I rotate my token so that it doesn't look like I'm in defense mode?
I don't know how you did that genuinely, so I can't help you.
I didn't do anything.
Have you been tapped?
I think it's the so normally on a laptop you like use the scroll function, so try clicking your token and then scrolling. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, you've been tapped. You have no actions this turn. Okay, so
can I just delete it and replace it, or is that gonna mess everything up?
No, that's fine. I can do that real quick.
Thank you.
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you.
And let me make sure you're in the tracker. You are not. 1 second. What'd you roll for?
4. Yep, just 4.
Okay. All right.
I had to finish my tea first. That's why I'm so slow to react.
Yeah, you're just calmly just sitting there sipping your tea as
these
vagabonds burst through the door, and they are marching towards the waitstaff here, who is just quivering with a giant pile of bowls and plates. And get the yield battle music going. And at the top of the round, we have Akdang. We're going to skip. Neville, it is currently your turn. What are you doing?
Alright. Do you need help? So I guess I will just stand and wait for something to happen.
Would you like to hold any actions?
I think so. I will juggle all of my stuff really quickly and pull out my wand of magic missile. Just in preparation.
Okay, this escalated quickly. Okay.
I mean, I'm not sure, so I'll hold it like my pen. I'll just switch. Oh, that's what I'll do. I'll switch out my quill for my wand and just sit there and wait.
Okay. All right, Percy, we're skipping your turn. All right, so this individual is going to walk 10, 20, 30. He's going to walk right over and then reach out and grab Mirasa and start to drag her back. And she's struggling and like drops all of the plates that she's carrying as she's currently being hauled off by this individual.
Magic missile.
Against that. Okay. Go ahead and roll that.
Ew. I don't know.
Don't worry.
What to do. Oh gosh. So it's a D4 plus 1. Really 3 of those.
Is it cast at level 1?
I hope so.
What's the item say? If you don't have it pulled up, then I can look it up and then just tell you.
It says first. Yeah. So it's a D4 plus 1. I get three missiles per casting.
Mm-hmm.
3 glowing darts of magical force, and I'm going to very uncomfortably say stop.
Okay.
And just boop boop boop.
Okay.
And shoot that guy.
Okay. And then go and roll those.
Do you want me to roll 3 separate or just 1 and multiply it?
Roll 1 and then multiply it. It's easier.
Okay. I will do that. That is a 3, so 9 points of something.
9 points of force damage. Okay. You see the darts as they escape. They shoot out of your wand and they zoom in and hit the guy. And he starts to yell. Would you like to do? Oh, that was a reaction. So that is your turn. I'm trying to do math. Whenever you see me looking down and struggling, that's what I'm doing. Okay.
Sounds good. I'm also really bad at math.
Okay. With that, the individual with the bandana and the burly beard sees that and is going to step over and draw his scimitar from his side and sort of scowl between you, and then shove over this table right here with one arm, and then move in on you, and then stand over you, Tem, with weapon raised, but is not swinging just yet. Tem, it is currently your turn. What are you doing?
Okay, so I'm very clearly being threatened here, but it's okay because I want to make sure that the other person does not escape with what's her name? Mirasa. Okay, so I am going to cast Grease in the area where they're both standing.
Okay.
Because my logic is they both would have to make dexterity saving throws to stop falling, to prevent falling prone. Mm-hmm. And so even so, with the hope that either one of them who would fail would mean that she would be released.
Okay.
I would hope.
All right.
Okay,
So what's the DC on that?
My spell save DC is 14.
Okay. Okay. The bandit does not make it, but Marasso rolled a natural 20. So you see as he is struggling and then slipping and falling onto the flat of his back, you see Marasa end up like moving a little bit and like starting to catch some of the plates that went up into the air, and scoots a little towards you out of the grease puddle.
Right, amazing. Okay. And I think that That is like the broom of flying doesn't say that it takes an action to activate, so I can just like, can I use my free object interaction to just get it and then hover because the other person is threatening me?
I'm sorry, you want to use your action for what?
Oh no, I mean, so I used my action to cast grease already, but the broom doesn't say that it needs an action. So can I just like get it?
Yeah, that's a free action. Yeah, so you want to have your broom and just like sit on it, or?
Yeah, I would like it to. I mean, I can hover, and I would like to just not be on the ground exactly to make it slightly harder for the person if with their weapon raised to attack if they do decide to attack.
All right.
I mean, it says I have a flying speed of 50 feet, so can I go like 10 feet off the ground and then maybe be out of reach?
If you move away from this individual, he's gonna be able to swing on you with a weapon of opportunity or an opportunity attack.
Yeah, I mean that's fine, but I'll still be moving 10 feet off the ground, so that should be fine.
Okay. He swings and misses. I assume your armor class is not 10 as an artificer.
No, it's higher than that.
Okay. Okay. And where would you like to move?
I'm going to. I mean, might as well move back a bit. There we go. But also 10 feet in the air. I don't really know how to represent that in the map.
Nah, it's fine. For conditions, I think there's a wing thing. I'll give you the wings. Okay, there you go.
Yay, thank you.
Okay, yep.
And I end my turn.
Okay, great. The ceiling is 20 feet up, just so you know.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to go into the ceiling.
Okay, all right. So
And
the
maybe
other...
things get worse and make a cannon after that.
How big is the grease? What's the...
It's 10 foot by 10 foot. So centered on the area where the person
Right
and Marissa previously were. Yeah.
So that's 10, 20. Trying to see if I can get him to get around. Not quite. He's going to...
Yeah, and if anyone has to move through the pile, through the grease, they also have to make a dex save to stop from falling.
So this individual, he has sort of like tiptoed around the grease and is like trying to get to Murasa, moving around, but can't quite reach her until he takes another lunging step and is going to reach out to her, but it has not yet grabbed her. All right. Akdang, you have heard a loud crash and some clattering and a little bit of yelling as the confrontation has begun downstairs. Would you like to respond, or are you going back to sleep?
You're muted.
Every time. Trying to be courteous. I grab my sword and I race downstairs.
Okay.
Where are you going? Oh, God. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I follow.
That's going to be both of your turns. It's just going to be moving downstairs, and we'll say that it's the quickest get into combat, 6 seconds down the hall. Neville, currently your turn. What are you doing?
I don't like the way these people are acting.
Sure.
Not proper decorum in an inn. I suppose I will I don't know. I'll look at Tem and just be like, are we supposed to kill them? I don't...
No, let's not murder. Let's just prevent them from kidnapping. Maybe restrain them or, leave the authorities to deal with it. I would really rather not deal with murder. I don't know how the law works here, but I'm pretty sure murder is illegal wherever.
Okay. I will cast Thaumaturgy and make all the doors slam.
Okay, so...
Love that, yes.
As you cast Thaumaturgy, you all hear a boom of warm wind that comes in and shuts all the doors. All the doors are now shut. Would you like to do anything else?
I definitely flinch and put my hands over my ears because hate that.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Would you like to do anything else with your turn, Neville?
Very meekly holler. Be like, help! Bad people downstairs.
And we're gonna, Percy, you've used your turn to head on downstairs. We'll pick up with you next turn. This thug who's on the ground, do I have to make a dex check to move in this grease, or just at the end of the turn, or what?
Good question. I will double check that for you. says each creature standing in this area must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. A creature that enters the area on its turn must also succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall prone. I mean, it's already in the area, so I suppose that depends on how you would want to rule it. If he's trying to move out of the area, then it sounds like yes.
Okay. So he stands up and then immediately fails the dex save as he's moving towards Marasa, and then starts to reach out again and go, "Whoa!" and just goes
So funny.
feet first up in the air again, crashing down, is now prone. The bandit captain is going to turn around and reach over to grab Marasa. Is going to successfully hoist her onto a shoulder and then start moving around the grease pile, having subdued Marasa, and is heading for the door now. And Tem, it is currently your turn. What are you doing?
Okay. In which case, I wonder if. Can you? Do these people look like they might be human, perhaps?
They are all human, and dressed in sort of dark-ish, nondescript clothing, wielding weapons, and they don't really look like. Well, they're dressed for combat, so you can make your inference on that.
Okay. In which case, I'm going to make things a bit difficult. I'm not going to do the canon thing yet. That's like really last resort. So I'm gonna cast darkness, because all the doors are now slammed shut. These people are just. I just want to waste their time by forcing them to fumble around in the dark for the doorknob. They don't know where that is. They won't be able to see it. I'm gonna cast darkness. It's gonna be really inconvenient for them. That fills a 15-foot radius sphere.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna start putting these down because this is gonna get messy.
Yeah, sorry. There's a lot of area of effect stuff that's happening here.
Yeah. Let me put this. Okay. So you want this centered on the where the door area is, right? You want to encompass the individual.
Yes, I want it sent. Yeah, I do.
Okay. Is that good right there? You think?
Yeah, slightly to the left, I think.
Okay. Right there.
So that it covers. Yeah, that's good. And also, I think that would cover some of the area that the grease is in as well.
It sure does.
I just want to keep them slipping around on the floor, unable to leave for the time being.
Yeah. Let me.
Yeah.
And you said 10 feet on the grease, right?
Yeah, grease is 10 feet and darkness is 15.
All right.
So there should be an overlap at some stage.
There it is. Okay.
Okay, cool. Just gonna make their lives a bit difficult, and then I think that would be my turn.
Do they both require concentration? Because you're gonna drop one.
No, grease is not concentration.
Okay. All right. Darkness
grease
is
just
though.
happens. Darkness is chill.
Okay. All right. So this thug who just watched this is gonna turn and be like, "What the fuck?" And then is gonna look back at you, the elf on a broom, and it's going to draw their weapon and rush over, and stepping onto the table is going to be able to swing at you up in the air for a no, that's
my
not
AC is 17.
Okay, 1 second. I did not have my thingy right because I'm a bad dude. Oh, it's gonna swing recklessly. Oh, didn't help. Okay. Hits you with the axe that he swings. He comes up and connects for, that's a d12, for 15 slashing damage.
15, all right.
Yep, rolled a 12, unfortunately.
That's okay.
All right. So that's that individual's turn, and we are moving to Akdang, you have just made it down the stairs, and you've heard some yelling. Someone yell, "What the fuck?" You see a great cloud of darkness in front of the door. You hear some rustling and a little bit of yelling from what you believe to be Marasa within the darkness, and you see a pile of grease with some individual who's dressed for combat, slipping and sliding on the ground. And then you see that other guy on the table having just swung his great axe at Tem, who's on a broomstick right now. What are you doing?
Okay, so he's kind of looking around. He sees the darkness, unsure what's going on inside of the darkness, sees the guy slipping. Can he make it?
To who?
To Is
So
the table next to the thug that's on the ground? Is the table next to him still standing?
No, it's
where it
flip.
is?
That's the flip table. I just can't change it.
Okay. Well, this is a series of unfortunate choices. Can I hear the bandit captain?
Yes. Go ahead and roll a. I'll give you a free perception check here to sort of see if you can locate vaguely where they are.
17.
Okay, so you can tell that they're in these two squares right here. If you want to just run into them.
I kind of want to see if I can tackle the captain without just by listening to where he is and guessing.
Okay. Roll an athletics check at disadvantage.
Fair enough. 18.
Oh, strong.
Well done. Because I rolled a nat 1 on the etiquette. So you charge over into the darkness, and you full on you hit him with a decleater, and as soon as you hit him underneath, you gig them as they were. You know, I gotta give the reference here. You hear Marasa go flying. As she is tossed in the darkness, no longer attached to the bandit. You are now on top of the bandit and currently grappling the prone bandit, and that's your action.
Okay. I'm going to yell out, I got something! As you see the large green man tackle somebody in their PJs. Because he was sleeping, so he is not in his armor.
Oh, okay.
He's just in pajamas.
Fantastic.
What do your pajamas look like? Do you have like little symbols on them? Like,
Little anchors, because of sailing background, you know?
I love this.
Nice. Okay. That'll be in the Patreon content for those of you who want the pajama version of Akdang. Okay, Novelle, it is currently your turn. What would you like to do?
I will point at the guy that's right next to me, and I will say, "Do not hurt my friend," and cast Sacred Flame. So I need a Dexterity saving throw, DC of 15, at the guy on the table.
So he's on the table, so he's. Hope he has trouble balancing.
He does not, as he rolled an 18 and sort of sees your hand reach out and then kind of looks back and like kicks your hand away before you're able to energize the weave in his direction.
Very rude. Okay. Then I will just stand there and shake my finger angrily at him.
He is thoroughly chastised, but not damaged by that. All right, Percy, it is currently your turn. What would you like to do?
So let me just make sure I've got this all correct. So we've got one person grappling someone in the dark. We've got a guy in grease and then a guy not in grease.
I don't think she's grappled anymore because Akdang.
She has fallen. You heard a body thud in the darkness after Akdang tackled someone in the darkness, and you heard a little cry out. There's one of the, I guess, aggressors on the table next to your two party members back there. What's your question, Novelle?
Can we see our party members that have come down the stairs, or are they in like a hallway?
You saw Akdang right before he ran into the magical darkness, and now you can no longer see Akdang. Percy, you cannot see yet because she is still on the stairs.
Okay, that would have potentially changed what I did, but all right.
So I run into the room. I see this bandit person that is in front of Novelle and Tim, right? Like right in front of them. And I assume chaos is happening. I heard help and things. I reach down. I'm wearing like this long flowy skirt thing. I flip it to the side, and there's like my hand axe is just kind of strapped to my thigh, and I grab it up and I swing it at the back of their head.
Okay. Okay. The individual on the table that's across the room, you're quite a bit of ways. Are you throwing it?
I am. I get within 20 feet and then I throw it.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. So that's 10, 15, 20, 30. You're good. You want to roll for that?
Please don't miss. You could hit
That is
either myself or
that's
Annabelle.
17 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits. So your axe connects with the his side. As you find a place for your blade between where his armor meets the leggings. How much damage?
6 damage.
Nice. Okay. And it sort of slips out of his flesh and then clatters onto the table, dirtying up again for someone to clean up with prestidigitation later. Okay.
Me.
And okay. And would you like to do anything else?
I used my full movement. I used my action.
Yep.
I'm gonna bonus action be like, what is going on in here?
Attempted kidnapping.
So
You
he
should stop it.
the individual that's in the pile of grease is like slipping as he gets up and yells up at you, Percy. I'd like to know the same thing. And then he makes his dexterity saving throw to get
I just
up,
wanted him to ride there forever. That would have been so funny.
and is going to try and shove Percy over the table to knock Percy off balance.
So rude.
Please give me an athletics or acrobatics check, Percy.
I'm gonna definitely make that athletics because she's gonna try and be strong about that with a 7.
A 7?
Oof.
Okay.
Mhm.
I was thinking that you were gonna roll higher than me because I guess you just wasted all your good rolls up front. I rolled a 13. So
I only have a few skills I'm very good at.
So he's going to run up and then shove you over the table with the full action, and you're gonna end up prone on the other side. He doesn't have a weapon in his hand, and then after that he's going to move around, moving towards the magical darkness, but does not enter it. Is kind of confused by everything happening. But just wanted to kind of take you out of the fight. You are now knocked prone, Percy. Okay. And I'm gonna, I guess I'll do this. And you take 2 bludgeoning damage from being knocked over a table.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Seems fair.
The bandit captain, who's currently grappled with you, Akdang, he's like, ah! And then rolls to, I need a contested athletics check from you. Let me see.
Nine.
He manages to break free, shoves you off, and then is starting to, I guess I'll roll 1d4 to see which direction he starts crawling.
Yeah, because it's dark. Can't see anything.
So he's
Good
going to,
scrub.
after shoving you off, actually climb over you, Akdang, before exiting the darkness, and then like looking around, and he's like, "What is happening?" And then stand up from there and draw a weapon, kind of assessing the situation, but has not made an aggressive move this turn. Tem, it is currently your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, I'm going to move away. I know that that's going to give him an opportunity attack, but I don't really mind. I'm just going to move because I'm on my broom still, hovering in the air, like over this way. That would be great.
Okay. And
So do you want to do the attack first?
yeah, I don't think that hits. You don't have to make a concentration check. Let me double check here.
My AC is 17.
Okay. No, it does not hit. It's a 15.
Okay. In which case, I'm going to use my action to create my tiny little eldritch cannon in the palm of my hand.
Ooh.
It's like, it honestly looks like a kind of like a toy, except that it's gold plated and very shiny. And I'm going to hold it up and I'm going to be like, we do not have to resort to violence. I have a cannon. I could blast you all. Please stop doing this. Stop trying to do this kidnapping. You know, let's be reasonable.
Okay. Are you gonna? You're not gonna fire yet.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I don't think I can fire it because,
Gonna
like,
brandish.
I'm going to use my action to make it, and I'm going to try and be like, look, let's be reasonable in the sense that, like, you're clearly beaten here. Please stop, kind of thing.
Roll. Let's call it intimidation.
Oh no, that's like my worst stat. Let's try. That's a 2. This is my worst
There's
stat.
something-
Like,
There's something very whimsical about a drow on a broom waving a hand cannon around that
Yeah.
makes your intimidation not quite as effective as you thought it might be. And perhaps he's now like looking toward the other direction, so you just didn't catch his attention really.
okay.
All right.
Well, he's gonna regret that when the cannon fires next turn.
Yeah.
I end my turn.
Okay. All right. And Mr. Tablestander is gonna turn towards Neville and swing the axe on Neville now for a 13 to hit.
Oh, that misses.
Oh, okay. Swings wide, straight over your head. Did not adjust for the height advantage, and then is going to attempt to leave the area. He's going to hop off the table, and you have an opportunity attack if you'd like.
I don't have any weapons drawn, so I think I would just...
Okay. You know, punch him?
No,
Okay, nothing? Okay.
not very strong either.
Okay. He's starting to...
Slap him. You could try to slap him really hard. But it's not nice. That,
No effect.
yeah, it would not do anything.
All right. Akdang, you're currently in the darkness. You just had someone crawl over you. You don't know where anybody is. You heard over to your right some whimpering, and then I forgot to move her, so I'll move her before your turn. You hear some scuffling as Marasa has exited the darkness, it sounds like, from her whimpering as she crawls away. What are you doing?
I'm gonna crawl sort of in the direction of the person who crawled over me. So
Make a perception check at advantage. If you get over a 10, then I'll say that you go the right direction.
23.
Okay, yeah, you have now exited the darkness, and you see him right there, standing over you with a weapon drawn.
I get up and have my weapon drawn.
Okay, all right, and you
And I see Marasa.
Yes, so immediately on the other side, you are now placing yourself much like a knight, standing in the way of someone who needs protection.
Very Akdang thing to do. He was to make sure that he's in the in-between.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get an attack?
Yeah, you still have an action.
All right, fantastic. Well, then I'm going to do that.
Go for it.
Eight, and that's a 9.
Oh, okay. You miss, and as you miss, he like kind of chuckles you.
That's a critical miss. I apologize. I don't know.
Is it? Oh,
Ouch.
That's what the red means.
Yep. Yes. It really just means that I get to push my trigger fire button. So we've done that, but we're good. There's nothing. You just miss really badly, and he scoffs at you and sort of laughs, mocks you a bit. Would you like to use your bonus action if you got anything, or?
I will take offense at his laughing and say, no one makes one of my pajamas.
Perfect. Okay, Neville, it is currently your turn. You've just seen everyone exit the darkness, and they're all kind of gathering around Marasa. You can see in the distance, who is still like kind of shaky and on her hands and knees, having exited the magical darkness on the other side of the inn. What are you doing?
I would still like to protect Marasa, so the bad guys I can see, I would like to try my Sacred Flame again with a dex save.
Okay. Ugh, that's the worst. Okay, I rolled a natural 20, so no dice there, unfortunately.
That's fine.
As Mr. Bandit Man casually dodges out of your radiant flame that pops out of the floor by the floorboards.
That's fine. I would like to move somewhat closer to Tem.
Okay.
Just like maybe midway around the room.
10, 20,
Yeah.
20 feet to put you midway?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, we're good there? Okay. Percy, it is...
Actually, oh wait, could I scooch up by Persephone?
Yeah.
Just one over. Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right, and Percy, it is currently your turn. You've just been rudely shoved after throwing and burying an axe into a person. What are you doing?
I'm going to use half my movement to stand up. Where's the axe? Is it right near where I am,
It's
or
this
I
table
threw it?
over
I
here.
threw 20 feet away. Oh, dang it.
Yeah.
Would I have seen that on my way?
Retroactively, yes, that's fine. If you want to hand her the axe with your free action.
Yeah. I was like, I know there's a reason I'm going to her, but I couldn't remember what it was.
I know I could have been useful somehow. I just can't quite. Yeah. Okay, we've got that done. Yeah, you have the axe in your hand now, Percy.
Here you go.
I take the axe, I stand up, and I move towards these guys. Are just like they're standing right over there, right? Okay, so I'm going to move towards them, and I'm going to cast Fast Friends on one of them.
Okay.
That is a Wisdom save, DC 16, I believe.
At advantage because we're in combat, right?
Because
Because we're
Yes,
Maybe.
just say yes.
for Fast Friends?
I'm asking, so I am curious. I think so.
I don't know. This is the first time I'm using Fast Friends.
I think so. Didn't make it
Positions
either
incorporated.
way, even though I rolled at advantage, so that's fine. What's the effects?
When you cast the spell, choose one humanoid within range that can see and hear you and can understand you. Creature must succeed on saving throw. Blah 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 blah. While creatures charmed this way, it undertakes to perform any services or activities you ask of it in a friendly manner to the best of its ability. You can set the creature new tasks. When a previous task is completed, it lasts an hour.
Okay.
So I just walk up and I kind of I put my axe down by my side, kind of like put it over kind of behind me a little, and I'm like, I'd like it very much if you would tell your friends to stop attacking us and tell us immediately what you are doing here right now.
Okay. The individual with the bandana is gonna turn and look at you, Percy, and with the familiar "I've just been charmed" gaze, will look at the other two individuals and say, "I'm going to tell you to stop what you're doing right now," and then look at you, Percy, and say, "We were here to take care of Marasa."
Do you mean take care or take care?
Take care.
Take care. Well,
We have exited combat.
that is not going to work for us. Right, guys?
Yeah, that's not going to work at all.
We don't like it.
She was just cleaning, and then they just burst in and snatched her up.
Yeah, it's not gonna work, guys. And then looks at the other two, and then looks at the magical cloud of darkness, and then slowly shuffles over to a window. And the other two give confused looks, and then follow. And then they're currently going to exit through the window instead of going through the magical darkness.
Thaumaturgy, I close it again.
Okay, fine. At that point, I will drop. Once they leave, I'll drop the magical darkness as well, because I was only keeping it there to be petty.
Okay. Okay.
I definitely spend some time keeping them in and making sure that they're good, and looking at Persephone
We've only got an hour. We got to get them out of here.
where's
hours.
Marasa?
open.
So
Okay.
Marasa is currently on the floor, so that you see some of the individuals have some trouble getting out the window. Gets stuck a little bit. One of them loses a boot.
Could you have asked them to drop their golden weapons or something?
Oh, and also drop your weapons. Drop them all.
I am dropping my weapon, you hear from outside.
Yeah. Okay.
Cling, cling.
I actually want to go over to Marasa and be like, so sorry about that. Are you all right?
I'm okay. I'm all right now. Thank you. And then she nods to all of you, and then kind of gets back up to her feet. And there's a little bit of blood on her hands from the broken dishes from earlier, but otherwise appears unharmed.
Oh, can I heal her? I want to cast Cure Wounds.
You heal her 1 point of damage.
Yeah, I mean, I have to ask if it's okay if I touch her hand in a weird way, because I have to cast the spell.
Yeah,
but
she's
I'll heal her.
she's a little she flinches a little, but it allows a little bit of touch, and then you see the magical weave pour through her, and then her wounds close up, clot pretty much instantly.
What do they want with you?
It's better if we don't talk here. Let's go upstairs.
Okay. Cool. I'll let everyone go upstairs first, and then I'll clean up down here just by walking around and casting prestidigitation because I feel bad because I kind of caused a lot of this mess. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Are we going to be more alone upstairs?
Do we have one room or do we have separate rooms? How does this work?
Yeah. I gave you 2 rooms, but
Okay.
you just want to use one room. That's up to you.
No, I just don't understand why it's not safe to talk right here, but it's going to be safe to talk up there.
Oh,
Well, there are other people downstairs aside from us.
Are there?
Possibly, it's a common room area.
Imagine there's like people hiding in the corners, like, ah!
Yeah, like all of the staff of the kitchen and what have you are probably like cowering.
make a perception check, everyone.
Okay, yeah. By the way, I would like to climb out the window, grab the weapon that was dropped, or
Okay.
weapons that were
Yeah,
dropped.
yeah. The outside, you find a great axe and a couple of scimitars, and it is the middle of the night now. The stars are out, and good illumination. You can see the full moon, and you don't see the individuals you were scuffling with, but you do hear the direction that they were running, which was to the west.
Lovely.
Okay. And then what do we get on perceptions?
9 only.
8.
Will I ever roll well?
Oh, okay.
I have
So
a
sad.
24 perception.
24? Okay, yeah, Percy, you saw someone slipping through the front door while you all were focused on Mirasa. And as you watch them quickly walking through the front door and down the road, you can see that the individual was very tall, feminine, wearing some flowing robes that reached and brushed against the ground. And with a roll like that, it looks like the figure of Isa.
So, noticing this, when I hop out to grab the weapons, can I mage hand over toward this person, or are they running like within? Can I get within 20 feet? 30 feet? Wait, 30 feet?
Roll. Are you gonna be obvious about this?
I'm going to give them a wet willy with the mage hand to try and get their attention.
Okay. So as soon as that happens, as you scuttled a little bit after them, in order to give them a wet magical willy, you see the person turn to look over her shoulder and then start to run.
We've got a runner! I just yell at everyone. There's somebody running!
Did you want to? You know what? I can probably outfly them if I just dash, because then I can go 100 feet on the broom. So
I get my axe ready. I'm like, somebody better track her down or something before I throw this.
okay.
Okay, so we got Percy outside and we got the rest of you inside with Marasa. Are you all gonna join up or what's happening?
I mean, the direction seems to be that you want us to help stop this other person, so I think I'll just fly down on my broom, and the broom has 50 feet of flying speed, so if I just dash, that'll give me 100 feet, so then I should be able to fly out in front of this person and then make it so that they collide into me, right?
You can certainly try. 1 second.
I am absolutely gonna try.
I am going to...
May I, before you leave, can I just do a quick guidance?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I also have guidance, so no worries, but yes, I'll allow you to do it, because why not? Friendship.
Yeah.
The power of friendship.
Friendship is magic.
I need you to make an Arcana check, Tim.
Sure.
With a D4. If you
Oh,
so choose.
whoops, I forgot to do that, so plus the d4.
Can we say that my wet willy on this person was my way of using my bonus action bardic inspiration move, unsettling words, to give them a subtraction on a savings throw on their next turn?
I rolled the 22 for
Did you just
Arcana.
homebrew a wet willy effect? I'm sorry.
I
What'd you get?
I yell oh, unsettling words, but
Tim, what'd you get?
22.
22? Okay, great. Oh,
For
okay.
Arcana.
So as you are approaching, you see Paisa look over her shoulder and sort of like, and then move her hands in such a way that you see the school of conjuration happening before she vanishes behind a gray door and vanishes from your sight. Make a perception check.
Did she do Dimension Door?
That's a very good guess, so I'm not going to have you roll.
Okay.
It looked like Dimension Door.
Okay. Coward. Okay, let me... Okay, well, you know what? Can I just go out? Can I just make a mad kind of guess and just assume that she used Dimension Door to travel in the same direction that she was already going in? But the broom, I can send the broom to travel alone to a destination within a mile of me. And so, oh wait, no, that's not gonna work. Oh well, you know what? I tried. That was pretty I'm just, it's fine.
Okay. So the Triton woman has vanished. The night air is a little cold, clinging to you. There's a little bit of moisture from the ocean that is touching you all. It's a little chilly, otherwise quiet. There's a few lights on, few lanterns throughout the village, but otherwise fairly quiet. And you are the loudest bunch in town right now.
I'm sad I couldn't apprehend them.
Marasa pokes her head out of the inn and says, that's not a good idea. She says, like, really timidly.
I'm sad.
Is Isa a bad guy? Like, did we just get swindled into waiting 3 days in a like death hotel? Everyone's gonna try to kill us.
It's not what you would call a death house. This isn't Barovia. But yeah. So that's what I wanted to talk to you all about. Looks
Sorry,
around for
we
a
got
moment.
distracted.
So
lead the way. We'll have the discussion.
okay, and she's gonna bring you all back up to one of your rooms that you had rented, and along the way she's sort of fixing her red kimono and sash, and then trying to like tidy herself up a bit, even though her hair is a mess now from the altercation. And once inside, she's gonna kind of like shakily sit down on like the edge of a bed and like look between you all. And so here's, I would say I was gonna try and I didn't expect this, but she kidnapped my boyfriend. And I was...
You're not sure he's your boyfriend, or you're not sure that he's kidnapped?
No, I mean, just, you know how it is when you're in a traveling town and nice adventurers come by, and sometimes they're really nice, but you can't really tell if they're just being nice to you because they like being friendly when they're visiting somewhere, or if they're gonna actually be your boyfriend for a while.
Yeah, that
It's
sounds
complicated.
confusing.
But yeah, so he was with a group of adventurers that came through not too long ago, and they went out using the directions that well, the directions part really is just all a lie. It's Paisa has the adventurers that come in, do some work for her. She's looking for something in one of the temples near the village.
This isn't the treasure, right?
I'm sorry, Sebastian, what'd you say?
Oh wait, that isn't the treasure, right?
Oh, no, there's no treasure.
Wait a second. Are you trying to tell us that the whole story of this treasure is a ruse used to lure people in to do, what, wet work for a gang?
Yes. Yes. What she's looking for is, I don't know specifically, but the place where she's getting it and where she keeps everyone, it's It's really frightening, and for the most part, folks don't come back from there. Can show you where, but pretty dangerous. You could help me find Roland. I'd be really, 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 really grateful.
Well,
I could give you 2 gold. That's all I got.
I mean, is it the 2 gold that we gave her?
Was that the tip?
Yeah, it is. It's the 2 gold we gave her. Oh, okay. But I'm gonna be like, well, that's okay. I mean, I personally would be happy to do it for free because I actually need to look for someone who's gone missing too.
Oh. Well.
At this point, I want to help just because I'm angry. 1, there's no treasure. 2, someone just tried to kill us and betray us, lead us into a trap. I'm a little put out.
Can you tell us what the magical thing is in the kitchen?
Oh, yeah, let me scroll through this PDF document real quick.
Yay!
While we're having this discussion, Akdang is going to put his armor on and change out of his pajamas.
Yeah, that's gonna be 10 rounds.
Since it's the I mean, since it's the end of the day, would you like me to cast invisibility on you so this isn't awkward?
Ooh.
Well, Akdang grew up on ships. He doesn't care.
Okay, I will politely look in the other direction.
Does she go into the kitchen to go check it out, or is she just gonna tell me?
She's just gonna tell you as soon as I.
Crap. Okay. Sorry, I was hoping to get her to shoo so that I could have a side conversation, but.
Okay. Well, I mean,
That's
you can convince her, I suppose. If you'd like to try.
Oh, I'm very persuasive.
So there's actually a lot of gold there. Arena stores a lot of the stolen goods for the Zentarum. There, it's kind of a racket because the adventurers who come in take their belongings and then sell them on essentially the Zentarum network. I say we. I don't work here, but I'm culpable in all of this. I didn't stop it.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, we didn't stop it either, yet.
That's true, but you're not like me. I'm not really courageous or anything like that. So even if I'm not the sort to. Not like Roland and you nice folks. You're very courageous, and what you did in there downstairs. I'm just never seen heroism like that before, so I just know that it's not in me. But and if you just decide to leave, that's okay. But I don't know what I'm gonna do now that I know that Paisa is probably onto me and wants me dead. So
You know, it took a lot of courage for you to tell us this.
yeah.
There's different forms,
All right, that's
and I'm not really sure what we're going to do about it, to be honest. But we'll do our best to come back and save you and find Roland.
yeah. If you could, that's really nice of you to say. I've never had anybody say that I was courageous before. So,
First time for everything.
right. So, yeah. I think, so if you follow the path to the east,
Hang on. Okay.
if you, oh, you want to write this down? Okay, that's smart. If you follow the path to the east, it's gonna wind through the woods there, and then you'll see a very low-hanging palm tree. It's a baby palm tree, and then if you creep around that and follow the path to the right instead of the left, you're gonna come to a grotto, and there's kind of a big I don't know what it is, but it's something, and it's very dangerous. It's got a very large. I can hear it sometimes at night, and I think
Not
that's
a landmark. A thing.
what?
You said it makes noise? It's not a landmark, it's a thing? Is it
Right, it's outside the cave. I believe it's an old temple, but it's set into one of the caves where the tide rolls in, and that's where I didn't dare go further. But I tried to go looking for Roland that one time, but I could hear the thing, and it was growling, and it was moving. It was very large, and I was gonna die, so I came back.
That's concerning.
But yeah, so I'm gonna go hide in a crate on the docks, and I guess tomorrow morning figure out if you're alive or dead or whatever has happened.
Wouldn't you rather come with us, and then that way you would have some protection?
No, I really don't, because I know it's down there.
What's down there? You didn't say.
Well, I said I know it's down there. I don't really know it's down there. I just know that people go down there and they die, and then I've heard the large creature. So I can
Stephanie has crawled back into the window at this point and is like made her way over and is like, large creature, what is okie dokie? And I'm like setting up my second axe and just finally getting in on what in the world is happening.
That was like the Borat okie dokie. Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. You know, what is happening? Okie dokie.
All right. What are the rest of you doing?
I kind of walk off to Persephone and kind of give her a download of what we've been talking about.
I'll show her my notes.
And you are going to go hide in a box. That sounds legit, okay?
I did offer for her to come with us, and then because, she'd be very safe with clearly very courageous people, but I do think it would be safer if you were with us and then not just hiding in a crate,
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen people unload boats and load boats. They don't take very good care of the crates.
Yeah, you might accidentally get loaded onto a ship, and then you might wake up and then end up on the other side of the world. That doesn't sound very safe.
No one's loading crates in the middle of the night here. I'll be fine until the morning, at least. So
Why don't you just sleep? Why don't you just sleep?
what if they come? What if they come back?
Then we'll drive them off again.
But you won't be here.
Yeah,
We have to, you know?
I think we are going to be here because we're not going to go instantly, right?
No.
I am ready to go right now. I don't know
If I
what
may.
you guys are waiting for.
I need to meditate or else.
Perhaps the details were lost on some folks here, but the owner of this establishment is about to lead us to our deaths, and may have an inkling that we know what's up since we intervened on this particular action today. Staying in this establishment may not be very helpful for us.
Then if they come back, we could. I don't know.
You know, I think it is maybe a little bit time to haul ass, and we go do we go do it. But if you want to sleep, you could climb on my shoulder, and you could go into deep meditation, and I could carry you around like little Yoda.
Well, if you're willing to do that, then by all means I will take you up on that. But okay, I'll do that. Sure.
I'm like-
efficiency,
Like
multitasking.
squat down.
Yeah.
Get down.
Okay.
Let us do this.
Okay, so we are now proceeding with what do they call that game where you're it's not chicken, but like when you're sitting on someone else's shoulders and you do it in a pool and like you know what I'm talking about? Okay, I don't know what it's called, but the piggyback ride fight. Okay, so you all are leaving the establishment and you're gonna head in that direction as you're
I
given
think
directions.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I will attempt to meditate while being, this is going to be a very bumpy ride, I'm sure.
I will sing you a song while you try to meditate to give you something to focus on. And then I start like, I don't know, singing something ridiculous, but
We
No.
continue to be the loudest people in the village today.
One.
Yeah.
'Kay.
Do I get a long rest out of this, DM?
Oh,
did we walk for 4 hours?
no. It's so as you make your way out of the village, and it's a 15-minute walk.
Oh. What's the point? So like as we arrive, I'm like, oh yes, finally, I am beginning to get into meditation. And then everyone's like, oh, we're here, and I'm like, oh, really?
I'm probably humming like the Jurassic Park theme song.
You all know what that sounds like. We don't have to repeat it.
So, as you all are exiting the village and you parted ways with Marasa, you all start to feel the effects of a roiling in your stomach, and you can feel the weight of a particular kind of poison take effect. You all are poisoned.
Oh. Great.
I don't feel very good. I think that you being on my back, I think that I'm going to have to put you down. I feel a
Sorry.
little like I'm going to hurl.
Yeah, I don't feel so great either. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. Okay, yeah, you can put me down on the ground and I'll just sit on the ground for a second.
Percy does that like head between her knees thing, like
Yeah, I think I
downward
do the
dog, like
same.
oh.
Yeah.
Just as a reminder, all of you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks while you're poisoned.
Thanks.
Lovely.
Can we do anything to get rid of this? Does anyone know anything about poison?
Go ahead and make all of you can make a nature or survival check, your choice.
Okay. I am going to cast guidance on myself once again.
Mm-hmm.
That is the third one that I
You said
rolled tonight.
disadvantage, so oh, terrible. That's an 8, unfortunately.
I got a 17.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
You said 17.
Oh,
Beth?
disadvantage? Oh, disadvantage. Oh,
Yeah.
crap. That's a natural one.
Wow, we
Novell,
all...
what'd you get?
4.
Okay, and then Akdang.
That one.
Well,
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
I got an 8, so that's actually
You got
not
8?
comparatively terrible at disadvantage.
You can't identify what it was, Tem, but you feel like whatever you ate poisoned you.
Yeah, well, I could have figured that. Oh, can't believe that. I feel so betrayed. That was such a nice stew.
It really was. I was very skeptical about a salty orange tea, though. That seemed very strange. I wrote it here in
I
my
mean,
notes.
well, I didn't wish to. I didn't wish to remark upon it because that would probably be rude. What if it was a local specialty or something?
Okay, I got it.
I just realized if Tank Top Guy actually made our fish, we wouldn't be sick right now.
Yeah.
You know what they were really mean about Tank Top Man as well? Saying that he would not be welcome to cook there. I'm like sweating, just like profusely.
Ugh. Can I make something different to drink using my alchemy jug?
You all arrive down the path and you see a small grotto surrounding this path that cuts into the rock on the side of near kind of like a beachy area that you can see cuts through in such a way that it leads towards the water, but you can hear like the crashing waves against the inside of a very cavernous area, and you see some inscription over the entrance, which what languages does everybody know?
I can read all writing.
Okay.
Yay.
Dang.
What's
I
everybody?
just like Goblin and Infernal and Common.
Orc in common.
Okay, and then Tim?
I have deep speech, draconic, and elvish.
Okay. Novell in Primordial, you see little bits of something to do with water, but you're not quite certain what because of how faded it is.
That's really frustrating. They should refresh that.
And Tim,
This is some-
I'm sorry, Tim, what did you ask before I went into the description of the area?
Oh, if I was able to make something else to drink using my alchemy jug.
So with an 8, I'll give you that. It's not a permanent poisoning, so if you probably just wait for it to pass, you'll be okay.
How does the 15 minutes we've been walking count as part
Yes.
of that? Yay! Okay.
Okay. So we have the entrance here to a path inside the cut of the cavern, and you can hear some low rumbling in the distance, some and a little bit of scratching of gravel and muck slopping from
Yeesh.
nearby. I need everybody to make a perception check.
Okay. Everything's at disadvantage, right?
Yeah, for now.
Okay. Oh, that's not terrible.
16.
12.
Well,
17.
18 disadvantage.
wow. Okay. So those of you over 15, you recognize the growl as being from a reptilian mouth, and you can hear sort of the weight of the rocks being pressed against each other as it being a very large creature.
Oh.
I'm getting a little bit, of like a lizard type of vibe
Okay.
going on over here.
I'm still trying to figure out this writing and see if I can get more clues.
Can I
Roll investigation.
stealth? Can I stealthily try to get more intel? Like I'm gonna try to
You're trying to-
scout.
I cast True Strike.
What?
True Strike. I point my finger at the creature. If I'm a point, and I get a brief insight into their defenses.
You can't see a creature right now. You can just hear it.
Ugh! I look for the creature.
Okay, roll an investigation check. Novell, would you roll in your investigation check?
I had a 23, but I'm disadvantaged, so I got a
Oh.
7.
Oh, it's very difficult to decipher these kind of things, and it is the middle of the night, and you're poisoned, so it's just really tough right now. And
Just
No.
crying.
yeah.
This is a
Okay.
waste of
Also-
opportunity.
May I also roll investigation?
I just marked my nose. Don't you ever do that when you just have a pen in your hand? Okay, so just me. Okay, all right. So Akdang, you're sneaking ahead, right? Percy, you're trying to find the creature, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
With a 5, so Percy's walking around going, "Where are you? I'm going to
Tem-
True Strike you."
Tem, what are you trying to do?
Can I try and make investigation in the same way that Novell did?
Okay, on the writing.
Guidance.
Wait. Yeah, because I don't know, maybe if I can clean it up a bit using prestidigitation or something,
Okay.
if that's possible.
Yeah, just
then
roll,
I can investigate.
Yeah, just roll a straight. I'll give you a straight roll. Roll investigation straight.
Guidance.
Okay, thank you. Yep, guidance, amazing. I mean, I do have a very good bonus to this, so let's see. 22.
22, and then you got a 5 in investigation, Percy. So you get your foot caught in a moldy log that's sort of decomposing, and then you fall over. You're sort of stuck on that for a moment, Nobody saw you do that though, so you can maintain your dignity.
Did we hear you? If you go, oh, ouch, or
Oh,
something?
I immediately am like, oh no, my boot! I just got these shined! Like, just absolutely throwing a tantrum
And then
about it.
Oh, and then like from behind you in the darkness, I'd be like, I can cast Prestidigitation on that if you would like. That's my solution to everything. It's such a useful spell.
So Tem and Novell, between the two of you, you managed to eke out the words, sort of like doing like basically playing hangman with this ancient these runic symbols. You see an X with a swoop underneath it, and I'll do that again. You need to swoop, and then you see
Downward swoop.
the words in Primordial that are difficult to put together, but it says yes, the second one, yeah, that one, yep. And you make out crushing wave.
So it's like a warning sign to not go too close to the shore because of a crushing wave.
Or maybe the wave will come and crush this thing and we won't have to fight it.
Akdang, you are moving ahead and
I
you are
love that.
trying to scout, so you rolled a what? You're muted.
Is this with disadvantage?
Yeah, you're still at a disadvantage, yeah.
I rolled a 6.
Fantastic. So as you approach the base of the cliff, there's that gaping opening with the damaged remains of the engraved archway that appears to be a shrine or a temple, as you all have gathered. And you move forward a little bit, and you can see sort of off to your left, you can see some thick bamboo bars penning off a small alcove. And further in, you see the ground grows muddy and then recedes into a shallow watery walkway deeper into the cave.
Okay.
What are we doing?
No.
Shall we go in? Even though this does not look especially welcoming.
I'm not really happy with any of our options at this point.
No. You know, we should be the heroes that Marasa thinks that we are. We should go in.
I think maybe we should wait a little bit until the sickness leaves us.
Like, wipe off my boot,
But
and I'm like, ah! Just
I'll
stomp forward into it.
I'll cast Prestidigitation on it so it's not dirty anymore. It's okay.
Oh, thank you very much.
Maybe a short rest, just a little one.
If you all would like to hang out at the entrance and spend an hour doing that, you may.
Yeah, actually that might be good. I did lose hit points in the fight.
Persephone stops
Okay.
and
So if
sits down.
we're gonna sit here and we're going to stand watch, then we can do that. Or if you'd like to not stand watch, you can do that as well.
No, I'm happy to stand watch.
Absolutely watching.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna need
So,
perception from everyone as you're sitting here and you're sort of catching your breath.
yeah. I'll cast guidance on myself for mine because it's going to be a disadvantage, so rip.
I can do that as well.
16 with disadvantage.
13.
Perception.
So sad.
Lovely 4.
You said 16. We got
16 with
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Persephone,
Okay.
you're probably still mad about your shoes on principle,
She's
even though
so
even though
mad.
it's clean now.
All right.
She knows it was dirty.
Yeah, it was previously. That's the true
Okay.
offense here.
All right. So you, Akdang, start to hear a little bit of a snuffling and a muddy step at the very end of your watch as you walk and hit your short rest buttons right now.
Thank you.
Okay.
And then roll your hit dice if you need to. Let me know when you're all done. Give me a thumbs up.
I think I'm
Oh,
going
I feel
to.
so much better.
Ugh.
Won't last long.
So I get 10 back. That's fine. Sorry, you're a bard, right, Persephone?
You know, yes, I am a bard. Eloquence bard. Means I like to talk a lot.
Okay. Do you perchance know anything that would help us get more hit points if we're doing a short rest?
That is an excellent question. I will look at my sheet because I've played a lot of bards.
Sam asked the meta question.
I like turn to everyone and I'm like, hippity hoppity, la 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 la, extra like
Are you going
1d6 hit points. La
Are
la.
you going to play a song during the short rest?
Stop the rest.
I sing it begrudgingly.
In
not
the
very
beginning
lovely.
of your song, you start to hear some gnashing teeth, and you see an iridescent glow from further down the tunnel as you see 2 reptilian eyes pop out, and it is advancing towards you. And I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative in 1 moment. Once I load you into the map, don't do it yet.
No. I'm just adding my extra hit points, which
Okay.
I'm glad we got. So, anyway, thank
like,
you.
La, la,
No-
la, 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 la,
no
la,
song of
something
rest.
is coming down
Okay.
the way.
And I will drag you all to where you're gonna go.
Sorry, just because I didn't want to spend another hit die because I only have 5 of them, so it's like.
No, that's-
please?
So
Fine.
we didn't do Song of Rest?
You did not do Song of Rest. You did a normal short rest as soon as the song began. Towards the end of your short
Oh,
rest,
Rip.
you alerted this creature.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. Mhm.
All right. And boop, 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 boop.
Yeah. Whenever I play a bard, I usually just default to singing 99 potions that heal on the wall. That's my song of rest.
I play very bad bards who don't use their bardic skills the way they're supposed to, so.
Okay.
That's valid. It can be entertaining.
Okay. Let me 1 moment to switch to battle
Okay,
music.
Let me know when you're ready to receive initiative, which I believe also is at disadvantage at this point because it's ability check.
No, the poison is faded after an hour, so
Oh,
your
really?
short
Amazing.
rest, yeah, your short
Okay.
rest is good. So we're no longer poisoned. So Tem, you rolled a
I rolled an 8 for
An
initiative.
8?
Wow.
Okay.
Will I ever
Acting?
roll well?
24.
great. Neville,
3.
3. Oh, that sucks. Percy,
Oh no, sorry. 8.
8. Okay.
Yeah, my dex is only +2, so you might end up going before me anyway.
All right. Here we are. As the snapping of the jaws, as soon as you see this large reptilian mouth with sharp fangs down the tunnel, glaring at you, you can hear and see a little bit of crackling lightning from within its mouth as it begins to approach. Akdang, it is your turn first. What are you doing?
Balderdash. Well, nothing to it but to do it. So I charge ahead.
Okay. All right.
I can't see anything though. Oh, there it is.
It is right there. Yep. You used 20 feet of your movement there, I think.
Okay, so I still have 10 feet. Groovy.
Mhm.
All right, so I just move there. Yeesh. That's all I can really do.
Okay. You gonna hold an action?
So I'm gonna hold an action.
What are you gonna hold?
An attack.
Okay. That's the first thing that walks up.
First thing that comes to me.
All right. So waddling in behind it, you can see another pair of reptilian eyes that is like peeking around the large legs, and it hisses all at you, but does not advance further. And you see another pair of reptilian eyes do the same thing. Percy, it is currently your turn. What are you doing?
So Percy is going to walk up to them, like move towards them, and is going to cast Speak with Animals,
Ooh.
Okay.
which gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. Knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but a minimum beast can give you information about nearby locations, monsters, whatever. There's actually no roll for it. It lasts for 10 minutes. So I just kind of walk up to them, cast it, and go, like, what is the deal here? Are you guarding something? Are you here to eat us? What is happening?
I need you to roll a persuasion check. Said speak with animals, right?
And persuasion for me, that is a 24.
Okay.
Oh wait, disadvantage, right?
No disadvantage. You're done with poisoned. You're no longer
Okay.
poisoned. Okay. So you've asked it what again?
Like, what are you doing? Are you going to eat us? Are you guarding something? Let us level out here. What is happening?
It doesn't communicate phonetically with you, but it does stick out its tongue and then snap its jaw. So it's pretty clear that it's just gonna eat you.
If I were to throw food at you over that way, would you eat it instead and let us go?
Fairly small tunnel, but if you it does not respond to that part of the conversation just yet, that'll be, I think, your full action then.
Okay, I just turn and yell, they're going to eat us, so I guess we should probably just do the killing of them, maybe?
Oh, all right. Reluctantly. If it's kill or be killed, then sure.
Not very intelligent creatures.
Do they know? Do they know about the crushing wave?
Well, I think there
Can I
might be
ask
the crushing
them,
wave.
Okay, we're gonna next turn. 1 second, as soon as I find Foundry. Okay, there we go. Tem, it is currently your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, cool. I'm going to hover, I'm going to fly on my broom to go in front of Akdang because I was a fool and I actually didn't read my village properly, but I've rectified this. I'm going to expend a spell slot to create another cannon, and I am going to fire it because apparently it's a bonus action and not like a full action. So
before you use your action, as soon as you step, because you're directly next to the bamboo bars, you notice a bearded fellow with blonde hair kind of crouched in the corner of the cell, trying to get as far back away from the Tempest Beast that is walking up to you all. But I just want to make sure you knew that before you used your action.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I'm going to point it at this creature anyway. Hang on. Can you describe a bit more about like what they look like reptilian?
So
right?
it's a very large crocodile creature that its belly slings low, and you can see crackling lightning along its full body. And actually, I have, for the first time ever, prepared handouts that I can now show you.
Okay, amazing. Thank you.
Show to players. There you go.
Ooh, that's so cool.
Ooh.
I mean,
The cute alligator thing.
yeah,
It's
it
so
is very,
cute.
very- It's so cute. It's gonna eat us. It's amazing.
I would have absolutely been interacting much more differently if I knew how cute it was.
Yeah. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to blast it with my Eldritch Cannon. I'm very
Okay.
sorry.
Yep.
So, yeah, I have to make range spell attack on this. Oh my gosh, come on. Okay, hang on.
What'd you roll?
Sorry, plus. Wow, that's terrible. I can't believe this. I rolled a natural 1 on the cannon.
Dang, what is it tonight with the natural ones? That's too bad. Okay. Does that malfunction the cannon?
No, it doesn't cause it. I think it just I was very excited to do it, and I guess nothing happens. I'm like, well, I like probably make a big deal about warning everyone. I'd be like, sorry, this is gonna be really loud. My apologies. It's gonna be really devastating. And I, like whack the cannon, and then nothing happens. And I'm just like, that's not right.
And then you realize the safety's still on.
Yeah, probably. Ugh, it's a force ballista, so never mind. I can try again next turn.
Okay. All
I
right.
end my turn in disgrace.
All right. And with that, the Tempest Beast is going to crawl up beside the both of you, and it is going to.
I mean, I am still flying off the ground as high as the cave will permit, so.
I'm not.
It is a very large creature and can reach you from your current position because the tunnel is not very high up.
Oh well.
So as soon as
Whoops.
it moves up to both of you, it's going to snap at you with a. I'm just making sure I understand this real quick. Sorry. Okay. So it's going to make a bite attack at Akdang, which I know what my dice look like. For 14 to hit. Miss? Okay. You see the lightning energy just very like you feel the hairs on your arms and your head just start to stand up as you feel the static electricity from the jaws as it comes within very, very close proximity of you, and you can smell the rot and the seaweed and the fact that it is a very large meat-eating creature, so there's a lot of refuse left on its breath. And after that missing, it's going to swing around its body and bring over the tail, and I need both Tem and Akdang to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh yikes. $16.
Okay.
Please tell me that worked.
Okay.
14.
14, you said? Oh, okay, great. So both of you, you can feel like the electric energy as the tail whips around and barely bats at both of you, but it shoves you back both 10 feet.
Okay.
But you take no
Amazing.
damage.
Am I still on my broom?
You are. Yeah, it has not knocked you off your broom. It has
Amazing.
just shoved you back with its tail,
Okay.
and it
Thank
rears
you.
back at you with crackling energy. At you, and Neville, it is currently your turn. What are you doing?
It knocked me out of range
Oh no.
of my held action.
I can't. Excuse me. Sorry, my voice is just going. I can't really tell if I can see it from here. Like,
You can't. You'd have to. You cannot. You'd have to move forward about 10 feet to see around Akdang. Because there's this.
okay, I'm
wall
okay
right
with
here.
that.
Yep. Okay. And now you can see it.
Oh, okay, okay. So yeah, I will one-hit wonder here. Warlocks, Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 12.
Oh, okay. So you see your Eldritch energy hit the roof, and there's some dust that flies down as you just got it off a little too quick, and the creature's been moving around a lot, so you got a little excited.
Then bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to. No, I'll save it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Akdang, your turn. What are you doing?
Okay, so moving up to the creature.
Mhm.
And I'm going to swing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where did that button go? All right, just do it from over here. Sorry, trying to find where my stuff is.
That's okay.
Okay, I'll do it from over here.
Ooh.
24. 27.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Go and roll damage on that.
Wait, it did the damage for me.
Okay. What was the damage?
24. That's what I was reading
Oh.
first.
Oh, okay. Is that with sneak attack?
Yes.
You don't have sneak attack right now because it's not
Okay, then it would be 14.
14. Okay. All right. So you reach out and you're using a rapier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And with your rapier, you end up piercing the scales of the crocodile right in the shoulder as it's hissing up at you. And as your rapier pierces, you feel a jolt of electricity as you take 7 lightning damage.
Ooh.
What?
Ouch.
Rude.
Yeah, it is quite sneaky.
Indeed.
All right, would you like to do anything else?
Well, that seems a little uncalled for. And that's my turn.
All right, one of the little tiny tempest beasts is going to scrabble up and then reach up and try to bite you there, Akdang, because you just stabbed its mama. But rolls too low, and you sort of sidestep away like a jumping over or stepping over like a little chihuahua. As the other tempest beast is going to get just underneath and then try and do the same to you, Akdang. That's a big number. I believe it hits. For a 20 to hit. I've organized my deck. I think that's the right. For 8 piercing damage as it sinks its teeth into your calf. But it's just piercing damage. You do not sustain any lightning damage, and that is its turn. Percy, currently your turn. You see this swarm of crocodilian, this crocodilian family that you've disturbed on your vacation. What are you doing?
I'm unmuted now. And I'm
Great.
fully aware that this is like a family, and these are like babies, and this is like their
It would appear
mama.
so. I think it would appear so, as though this is a very easy conclusion to make.
I put my axes down, like I have them in hand, and then I drop them, and I run over, and I kind of like, I just like get up in front of one of these babies, and I cast Animal Friendship.
Okay.
I believe Wisdom savings throw 16.
Okay. Okay, doesn't make it. What does Animal Friendship do?
Lets me convince a beast that I mean it no harm. Choose a creature in range. If you or one of your companions harms the target, so I'll say like, don't hurt this one. I've persuaded it that we are not going to hurt their babies.
Okay.
You guys, these are babies. And I like start petting it profusely, like, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to hurt your little sister. I'm not going to hurt your mama. Like,
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
They're babies with enormous teeth.
Persuasion. I get an automatic 10 on anything lower than, or an automatic 9 on anything lower than as a 10. So automatically a 10 plus, so 16.
Okay. Okay. Immediately, that creature is going to turn and back away and move behind the larger Tempest people.
So
It
what
does
about
good, baby.
So what about the rest of them?
That is a question we'll decide later. Percy, do you have any bonus actions you want to use?
I am going to bonus action unsettling words on the mama if I can. Creature must subtract number. Yeah, it's just this creature. So I'm going to roll a d8.
Yep.
If they have to roll a saving throw, they're going to have to take 5 off of whatever it is on their next turn. I'm gonna be like, you are going to get your babies very hurt if you do not stop this. And the one baby goes off, and that's my unsettling word action at mama.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Does that create fear or frightened or the condition?
No,
or...
it just I choose one creature I can see within 60 feet. Creature must subtract I rolled a 5, and then they just subtract savings throw.
Okay.
It doesn't give any conditions or anything.
Okay. All right, Tem, it is currently your turn. What are you doing?
Okay, can I ask Persephone if the game plan is now to not attack any of them, or if it's just to leave the one alone?
Well, you know, they were going to eat us, and then I saw that there were babies, and I don't really know what I'm doing right now. Do any of us know what we're doing? I just
Nope.
don't want the babies to die or be without their mom.
Okay. Does it look like the mother is going to retreat or no?
Make an insight check.
Okay. I'm not great at insight. 13?
It does not look like it's going to retreat.
Does it still look really hungry, like it's going to eat us?
Yes.
Okay, in which case, I am really sorry. I'm very afraid of being eaten, okay? I am going to cast... Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is stressful. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna try the cannon again, using my bonus action. I'll do that first.
Okay.
Keep the safety off.
Yep, I will absolutely do that. 19.
Definitely hits, and you're aiming at the large creature, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Okay, then it takes 5 force damage.
Okay. All right.
And from that cannon, it is pushed up to 5 feet away from the cannon, which I'm holding in my hand. So it would have to move 5 feet back.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then I'm gonna do. I am gonna cast a spell. Okay, sorry. Which one is the one that we're friends with? Is it the one that's behind?
Yeah, the one that's behind. I'll add a little icon to it. Sorry, I was just reading. So you said it's knocked 5 feet, no saving throw. It's just knocked 5 feet.
Yeah, it's not knocked. It's just pushed.
Okay,
Yeah.
push back. Okay, cool. All right, and then I'll add
Okay.
the little. I'm gonna move this temporarily so I can add the thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And then would you like to do anything else?
Yes, then I can cast a spell using my arcane firearm, which I would just have because artificer class. Okay, I feel like it might be resistant to fire damage, but I'm gonna try it anyway and see what happens. So I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray at the big one.
Okay.
Yeah. Does a 16 hit it?
Yes.
Okay, cool. 8. Okay, then it takes 7 fire damage. Oh wait, so it takes 2 fire, 3 rays, 7. So whatever that is.
Total of 7 fire damage.
Yeah. Sorry, this is kind of confusing. It says 2d6 fire for 3 rays. So.
Oh yes, so it's
no,
times
if it
3,
automatically-
so 21.
Yeah, so it takes 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
8 to 16.
Does it look like it took the full damage?
Yes. So as soon as the scorching rays you see erupt from your fingers, and the entire tunnel is illuminated with an orangish energy around Tem as these scorching rays sear up the side of the crocodile, and you can see the electric energy crackling along its wounds before they are cauterized by the fire.
Okay. Then I end my turn. I feel very regretful about this. Also, there's the smell of like burning crocodile, and I hate that too. But like, sorry.
Some people like alligators too. All
End
right.
my turn.
Now it is big ol' Bessie.
It's probably not very happy with me.
No, it is not currently. So it is going to barrel past Akdang and Percy. I need both Akdang and Percy to make dexterity saving throws as it barrels past you, and it's going to just shove its body in between you.
15.
Okay. You are pushed against the bamboo walls, and you are going to take
Oh, sorry.
1 bludgeoning damage.
I got a 6.
Okay, and Percy, you get knocked on your butt. You don't have anywhere to go, so you just kind of get slammed up against the bamboo walls, and you are going to take 9 slashing damage and 2 thunder damage for a total of 11 as the electric body with the wounds pouring out and some of the electric energy from its scales scratching up your form, and now you're pressed up against the bamboo wall as this beast turns to bite at Tem. Not well, for a 9 to hit. Misses, snaps its jaws, and that is its turn. Neville, it is currently your turn. What are you doing?
Eldritch Blast again.
Okay, let's go for it.
Oh, double criticals.
Ooh!
27.
Whew. A lot. Okay.
So I've
Roll.
been garbage up to this point, but that was good.
Yeah, go ahead and roll double damage there.
Do you do double damage or just double damage dice?
I'm fine with either. Just do what's in your heart.
It rolled for me, so.
Okay, yeah, just whatever it rolled.
16 force damage.
Okay, 16.
And she'll just be like, "Stop hurting my friends."
Okay, so you see as the Eldritch energy creates a small gap in one of the joints of the crocodiles, and it loses its footing as flesh is torn from its body. Would you like to do anything else?
I would like to move away.
All right, I will move you. Oh, you moved yourself.
I did,
Great.
yeah.
Okay.
I got a little
All right.
bit.
Akdang, currently your turn. What are you doing?
Oof. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna. I don't want to hit the baby. I'll move over here and attack the mama again. For 24.
Okay, that hits.
All right, 9 points of damage, piercing.
Okay, great. All right, so you connect with the rapier, and then I need for you to take 5 lightning damage as the lightning damage courses up the blade and just electrifies the flesh of your arm, and some of your hair is getting burnt. You can smell it.
He kind of yells in the pain and then turns to the group. Look, if I keep hitting this thing, I'm going to die.
Well, maybe, do you have any weapons that are made of something that's not metal, maybe?
He checks behind him to see his
Something
short
that's-
bow.
Something that's ranged? Maybe that would help?
I do. So he's going to. But if I move, they're going to bite me.
You've used your action. Do you have another action to attack or a bonus action?
I don't have another action to attack, but I can still move. But if I move,
Do you have disengage cunning action? Oh wait, is that a bonus action? I can't remember. I think
Wait a second.
I can't remember. You'll have to check real quick. I think it's a bonus action for rogues. That's why it's cool.
I think so.
It is Neville. Yeah, it's a bonus
Yep,
action.
yep.
So you can disengage with your bonus action if you'd like. And
I
you
will
can-
do so.
Okay.
And move back to the back of the cave, or wherever this.
So there's bars in the way here. You'd have to break that to get past that. But if you want to move further back here, you can. You're gonna move
Okay.
past this Tempest piece. Who can attack you? Oh, yeah, disengage it. I'll allow it. So you move
No,
back.
I can get to here.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's good enough.
Okay. All right. So now we have the friendly Tempest beast who's gonna just kind of skitter away.
Good, good.
He's gonna move back to the water and kind of peek around the corner at the fight that's going on. This Tempest beast is gonna see that Akdang just ran by and is gonna just be a good little boy. Reach out to bite with a 21 to hit
Ow.
for 4 piercing damage as it bites onto your other calf, Akdang, as you get the short end of the stick this entire combat. All right, that's its turn. Percy, currently your turn. What are you doing?
I'm gonna make you hate me. I am going to reach out, put a hand on both of the creatures in front of me, and cast Animal Friendship at a higher level to affect them both.
Okay.
Wisdom save 16 for each.
Okay. So, all right. the Cthulhu die will be the Croc Mama. Okay.
Okay.
What's the wisdom saving throw?
16 DC.
I don't think it makes. No, it doesn't. Okay. The Croc Mama does not make it. And neither does the Croc Baby, who rolled a natural 1. And they are both friendly now as they kind of look at you.
We're not going to hurt you.
They kind of look at you with the newfound respect and love, temporarily, perhaps. It's like an hour long, right?
24 hours.
24. Okay, great. Can you command them too, or what does it do?
We have like a mutual respect now as I go, I do
Oh.
not want to hurt your family and I do not want you to hurt my family, please. This can only end in so much more pain and suffering, please.
Specifically to me.
No.
Okay. All
It's
right.
just as well. I only had like 3 spell slots left.
Okay. Well, this brings us to a great point to pause because we are almost at 4 hours. And also, we're not anywhere like near have enough time to finish. So, thank you so much for everyone that joined us today.